Chin Music, a baseball podcast. This is Killah Noez, and we're broadcasting all the way live from La Puente, where today we await first pitch between the Dodgers and the Philadelphia Phillies. First pitch coming up at 3:45. Thank you guys so much for being here. I got you guys on the play-by-play, man, and I'll be more than happy to engage with you guys up on the chat. Feel free to drop a comment, drop a line, and most importantly, hit that like button over on YouTube. You'll also notice that I'll be addressing some people over on Twitch. My Twitch channel is currently up. We are at Chin Music Podcast, where you guys can find us, and you can pretty much get the full Monty, if you know what I mean. It's a full-on Killah Noez production. You'll see some add-ons without saying too much, but nevertheless, you guys can also engage there. Twitch.tv/Chin Music Podcast. Again, we're waiting for first pitch between the Dodgers and the Phillies from Citizens Bank in Philadelphia. First pitch coming up at 3:05. Thank you for being here. Chin Music, a baseball podcast, episode 19. Chin Music, a baseball podcast, episode 19. And we are live on Twitch. Welcome into Chin Music, a baseball podcast. This is episode 19 of season 6. Killah Noez broadcasting from La Puente as we await for first pitch between the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Philadelphia Phillies. Dodgers on the road for a 3-game series against the Philadelphia Phillies out there in Citizens Bank. And we will get you first pitch coming up at 3:45. Thank you so much for being here. And happy Friday going out to everybody. Of course, we are live now on Twitch, and we're also live over on YouTube, but I'm trying to encourage the YouTube folks to maybe join us over on right here on Twitch for a more engaging and a more add-ons. I don't want to say too much, but there is definitely more add-ons here on Twitch. You can enjoy the whole or the full Monty, the whole Killah Noez production over on Twitch. Nevertheless, thank you guys so much for being here. We're just getting started with the live stream. And this is an Apple Plus TV only baseball game. Anybody who has MLB TV, unfortunately, I don't think it's up. And anybody who does have MLB TV, if it is up, let me know too. I would like to know that. Also, news just came down the wire not so long ago. Freddie Freeman has been put into the IL. And it kind of stems back to when the Dodgers first sat him down when he re-aggravated his ankle after he had that mishap in his bathtub. So Freddie Freeman is in the IL, and the Dodgers have called up catcher Hunter Fiducia. So now Hunter Fiducia will join the team in Philadelphia. The Dodgers will be stacked up with 3 catchers now. But again, Freddie Freeman in the IL. Yes. Another thing we like to do here on Chin Music, we like to give you guys the lineups for the Philadelphia Phillies. They have a big leadoff hitter, just like the Dodgers do. They have the designated hitter Kyle Schwarber will be the leadoff hitter. Batting second, playing short, old friend Trey Turner. Batting third, playing first, Bryce Harper. Batting fourth in the cleanup spot for the Phillies, playing third base, Alec Bohm. Batting fifth, playing left field, Max Kepler. Batting 6th in right field, Nick Castellanos. Batting 7th, the catcher, JT Realmuto. Batting 8th, playing second base. Forgot this guy's name. Bryson Stott. And then center fielder out there, batting 9th, getting us Brandon Marsh. And that's the 1 through 9 hitters. I forgot about Stott. Oh, Bryson Stott. Okay, cool. So that's the 1 through 9 hitters for the Philadelphia Phillies. They'll be going up against Yoshinobu Yamamoto for the Dodgers. They're going to start off with leadoff hitter, designated hitter, Shohei Ohtani. Batting second, playing shortstop, Mookie Betts. Batting third, playing second base, Tommy Edman. In the cleanup spot for the Dodgers, playing right field, Teoscar Hernandez. Batting fifth, doing the catching, Will Smith. Batting sixth, playing first base, Kike Hernandez. Batting seventh, in left field, Michael Conforto. Batting eighth, playing third base, Miguel Rojas. Batting ninth, in center field, Andy Pages. The Dodgers will be going up against Jesus Luzardo of the Philadelphia Phillies. Jesus Luzardo, former Miami Marlin, now a member of the Philadelphia Phillies. He'll be making his second start for the Phillies. He had a great game in the opener when the Phillies took on the Washington Nationals. Jesus Luzardo went 5 innings of work, and he struck out 11 Nationals. So Luzardo with a hot start, now making his second start tonight against Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Should be a good matchup, Yamamoto versus Luzardo. So again, we're getting ready for first pitch coming up at 3:45. We do want to take a look at, we were keeping tabs on the Padres, believe it or not. We're watching the Padres Cubs game. The Cubs, they held on, and they held the Padres, and they took that win 3-1 out there in Chicago for the Cub opener. Cubs over the Padres 3-1. And let's take a look at some scores across the league, and we'll see some games also coming up. But yeah, a couple finals. Out in New York, the Mets blanked the Blue Jays 5-0. Cubs over the Padres 3-1. Red Sox and the Cardinals in a heavyweight matchup, 13-9. Red Sox over the Cardinals. Tigers over the White Sox 7-4. Later on today, it will be the Angels hosting the Guardians. Angels will have their home opener tonight. Brewers and Reds out in Milwaukee. Rangers versus Rays in Texas. Royals versus Orioles in Kansas City. In Atlanta, the Braves will be hosting the Marlins. Nationals hosting the Diamondbacks. And there are some games currently in progress. They are in the bottom of the fifth in San Francisco. Giants and Mariners all locked up at 5. That's in the bottom of the fifth. Bottom of the sixth in Pittsburgh. Yankees all over the Pirates. 7-1. And they're in the bottom of the eighth in Colorado. Athletics over the Rockies 3-2. I don't know if you saw, but out there in Colorado during the home opener for the Rockies, it was snowing. Ay caray. Hopefully it cleared up for them, but so far the Athletics with a 3-2 lead out there in Colorado. Dodgers versus Phillies coming up in about 15 minutes. First pitch, Jesus Luzardo versus Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Scott Burke. Scott, hello. Welcome in. It's rip time, says Scott. Scott, I do not have my camera set up. So if I was to rip up cards, they'll be like on this fashion, and I don't like to do that. When I rip cards, I want the traditional view, not the, oh, look what I got. Oh, look what I got. Doesn't have this. I don't think it has the same effect. I might be tripping, but I don't know. But yeah, also, Scott, I was setting up the stream over on YouTube as well. So I was kind of was kind of busy with that. I know a lot of folks don't have MLB TV, so I'm trying to bring the game to as much people as I possibly can. Scott, I'm doing great, man. Especially getting ready for first pitch here, Dodgers Phillies. So I'm excited for this matchup. This is a good one. I mean, a lot of people thought Dodgers versus Braves would be a good one, but to me, it looks like it's going to be Dodgers Phillies. That should be a good one. Of course, the Dodgers swept the Phillies. Excuse me, the Dodgers swept the Braves at Dodger Stadium, and the Philadelphia Phillies just finished sweeping the Colorado Rockies. Rockies, I believe, are 5-1. Dodgers are currently 8-0. So a good matchup here. And it starts with the pitching for both teams. Good pitching matchup coming up for both the Dodgers and Phillies. Yoshinobu Yamamoto versus Jesus Luzardo. In the offseason, I was kind of hoping that the Dodgers would go after Jesus Luzardo. But the Philadelphia Phillies ended up picking him up. So now Luzardo already started with a good first outing for the Phillies last week when the Phillies took on the Washington Nationals for their home opener. Luzardo again, 5 innings of work, 11 punch-outs. E-Dub with the check-in. E-Dub, what's good, brother? Happy Friday, E-Dub. Dodgers Phillies coming up, brother. Less than 15 minutes. I got you on the call. Thank you so much for being here. DJ E-Dub with the check-in over on Twitch. But yeah, we went across the league already. Gave you some of the scores of some of the games that are already going down. But this is definitely the matchup of the weekend for sure. Phillies versus Dodgers. 2 top-tier teams in the National League going head-to-head over the weekend. Chin Music, a baseball podcast, episode 19. The Dodgers visit Philadelphia as they take on the Phillies. First of 3 games between these two teams. Top teams in the National League, no doubt. Dodgers top dog in the West. The Phillies top dog in the East. All right, let's figure out who these guys are. All right, this is Apple TV. This is Ryan Spielborgs and Alex Faust on the play-by-play over there in Citizens Bank in Philadelphia. They'll be doing the play-by-play over on Apple TV. Also, guys, I would appreciate if you guys could let me know. Do you guys have Apple TV? Is that something that interests you to watch some Major League Baseball games, or you're kind of like, nah, I'll pass? It's not that serious. Let me know on the chat. Do you guys have Apple TV? As a matter of fact, I will put that up as a poll. Hopefully I can set up a poll here. Poll as they're taking a look over at Shohei Ohtani. Won 3rd career MVP award, 2nd to win MVP in both leagues. First 50-50 season in MLB history. Set franchise record with 54 home runs. Shohei Ohtani. And, of course, Shohei Ohtani coming off his bobblehead night where he hit a walk-off. Goodness. All right, Apple TV Plus. Do you have it? Do you have it? Yes, I do have it. Yes, I do. No, I don't. Simple question. The poll will be up for the next 5 minutes if you guys want to answer that poll. Edith says yes, comes free with phone plan. So I take it you have okay. So I'm gonna guess Edith, Apple TV, not Apple TV, but Apple users, if you have an Apple phone, an iPhone, you get hooked up with Apple TV. So that's what it is. So Edith has it. And I'll admit, man, I'm a Droid, an Android user. So no, I don't have Apple TV. Otherwise, I wouldn't, says Edub. So Edub is hooked up by association. The fact that he has it with his phone plan, that makes sense. Scott Burke says nope, got Comcast. Okay, so that's one yes, one no. Understood. And like I said, I don't, so I would vote no, I don't. No, I do not have Apple TV Plus. Answer to the bell. Some of the top players for the Philadelphia Phillies: Alec Boehm, Nick Castellanos, JT Realmuto, Kyle Schwarber, and Trey Turner. We were watching the game yesterday with the Phillies and the Rockies. Rockies were trying to come back and avoid the sweep. They were trying to come back in the ninth. The closer, I forget his name, but Alvarado, I think that's the I don't know if he's the official closer for the Phillies, but he was trying to close it yesterday against the Rockies, but they brought in Alvarado. Man, this guy was all over the place. Vinny Code over on YouTube. Yo, this is Vinny Code. I'll be on Twitch in a bit, but I do have Apple TV Plus. So Vinny Code does have Apple TV Plus. You know what? I'm already surprised. That's already two people that I thought a lot more people wouldn't have Apple TV Plus. But if Edub's telling me that Apple TV Plus comes with the phone plan, then that kind of makes sense to me on why people would have it. Thanks for contributing to the poll question, Vinny, from YouTube. Vinny Code does say he'll be joining us over on Twitch in a bit. Thanks for popping in, sir. But yeah, Alvarado was all over the place, man. He wound up loading up the bases, and for a second there, it looked like maybe the Phillies were going to try to tie it up in the top of the ninth against Alvarado. And the Rockies ended up stranding the bases loaded, and the Phillies wound up sweeping the Rockies out of Philadelphia. But yeah, me and my brother were kind of hoping that the Rockies would kind of tamper some things up against the Philadelphia Phillies before this matchup against the Dodgers. But nope, it wasn't meant to be. But I did have my eye on Alvarado. I'm like, this guy could be rattled for sure. Kyle Schwarber, leadoff hitter for the Phillies, hit a big bomb yesterday as well. You would have thought the Phillies would have been able to blow out the Colorado Rockies, but they didn't. But they did end up getting the sweep, which was just as important, I'm sure, for the Phillies, just to get the sweep. And exactly that's what they did. So it's going to be the Dodgers, Phillies. I like this commercial a lot, man. I'm not into anime at all, though, but, man, I like what they're doing here. MLB. Embracing the anime art. Got some of the top stars in the majors. You saw Paul Skeens. Of course, Ohtani. There's Juan Soto. Saw Aaron Judge. You see the rest of the cast. Heroes of the game. Love it. All right, we already read off the lineups. We'll revisit those lineups when we see them up on the screen. Dodgers versus Phillies coming up in about 5 minutes. 5 minutes away from first pitch. See, Apple TV's all geared up. And homegirl with a flashy-ass leather jacket. Goodness. Looking like the Lady Fonz. Freddie Freeman 2024 postseason breakdown. You're seeing the breakdown between the NLDS and NLCS and the World Series. So they combined the NLDS and the NLCS. And, of course, Freddie Freeman, as Leo's going crazy here. Freddie Freeman injuring his ankle a couple of nights before the season would end. That was against the San Diego Padres. I remember, man, I was at not Chill. What the fuck were I? No, not, I was at Fridays. I was about to say Chili's. No, I was DJing at Fridays during that time. And I remember, like, I felt like my heart, like, dropped. I was like, no fucking way. Because it wasn't too long ago. It was a couple of years before that when Max Muncy got hurt on the last weekend. Remember when I forgot who threw it to Max Muncy and his arm got caught with one of the opposing runners, and Max Muncy was out for the playoffs because of that play. And I was like, for a second there, I was like, dude, don't tell me Freddie Freeman's going to be out. And nope. Thankfully for the Dodgers, he was able to tough it through for sure. And man, he was nails for the Dodgers in the postseason. And wound up being the World Series MVP, Freddie Freeman. And now he's hurt. He's in the IL. But you know what? I think I prefer Freddie Freeman being in the IL and taking his time coming back instead of trying to play through a fragile ankle and probably making it worse, making that ankle worse than it already is. So the way my stance on it is take your time, Freddie. Dodgers have plenty of depth. Of course, Kike Hernandez has been playing first base. But the Dodgers could always go into the minors as well and bring people up. Of course, with Freddie Freeman going into the IL, or it being announced that he's in the IL, the Dodgers have called up catcher Hunter Fiducia, who'll be joining the team in Philadelphia. E-Dog with the check-in over on Twitch. What up, E-Dog? Happy Friday, brother. Thanks for being here. First pitch coming up in about 3 minutes from Citizens Bank Park. Dodgers versus Phillies. First game of the 3-game series. Yoshinobu Yamamoto versus Jesus Luzardo. First pitch coming up. Yeah, man. So for a quick second, I was like, dude, I don't think there's too many people that have Apple TV. But no, DJ Edom just let us know that more times than not, if you do have an iPhone, you probably have Apple TV. I have Android, so I definitely don't have Apple TV. That's for sure. But yeah, it just made sense to me now. All to the good, man. We'll have the call over here on Twitch and over on YouTube as well. If you're on YouTube, feel free to join us over on Twitch, twitch.tv/Chin Music Podcast. You'll get the full Monty among other add-ons that'll probably increase your viewing pleasure. That's all I could say there on YouTube. Roger Doza is here. What's up, brother? Happy Friday. El Otro Saint popping in. Happy Friday, Saint. Thanks for being here. We're getting ready for first pitch. Chin Music, a baseball podcast, episode 19. Dodgers in Philadelphia. First game of the 3-game series. That'll probably make the cut over on my highlights. Apple TV talking to Team Teoscar. Oh, man, I hope they don't do the ESPN thing. And I'm not a big fan of broadcasts talking to players during the game. I'm not a big fan of that, man. I honestly do feel like players kind of do let their guard down a little bit. Rightfully so, I get it, man. You have somebody in your ear talking to you, and you're like, oh, shit, what? Ball just got hit to me. Wait up. But yeah, I'm definitely not a big. It's a cool thing. I like, you know what, Edub? I like to see it in the All-Star game. Do whatever the hell you want, man. Like, mic the guys up when they're in the restroom. I don't care. Let's hear those leaks. No. But I rather watch it in exhibition. I rather have them do that in exhibition games than actual games that count. You know what I'm saying? Do it in spring training. Do it in the All-Star game. As we look at the Dodger lineup, Shohei Ohtani, Mookie Betts, Tommy Edman, Teoscar Hernandez, Will Smith, Kike Hernandez, Michael Conforto, Miguel Rojas gets the start, and Andy Pages. Dodger lineup going up against Jesus Luzardo of the Phillies. And there's the left-hander, former Miami Marlin. I really like this guy. I was hoping, like I said earlier, I was hoping the Dodgers in the offseason would go after him. But the Phillies scooped him up. Jesus Luzardo on the bump for the Phillies. And again, Luzardo with a great outing in the Philadelphia opener last week against the Nationals, went 5 innings, struck out 11. So Luzardo could definitely rack up the Ks for sure. He does. That's what the bullpen is for. But yes, during All-Star, Edub agrees. Slider, sweeper, four-seamer. Four-seamer. Ay, caray. All right, Yoshinobu, Shohei Ohtani. I'm all over the place, guys. Hold up. Shohei Ohtani. Ohtani coming up to the plate, stepping in the box as he salutes the Philadelphia dugout, saying what's up to everybody, the catcher, the ump, the guy behind him. He's ready to go. Luzardo versus Ohtani. Dodgers versus Phillies. First pitch. Well, I can't tell there. Was that a ball or a strike, Apple TV? All right, we're going to get cute, huh? All right. I don't know what that was. I don't know. Was it a ball or a strike? I can't tell. All right, that's a ball. And it looks like Luzardo has fallen behind. 2 balls, no strikes. Mookie Betts on deck. We're just getting started here. Chin Music, a baseball podcast, episode 19. 2-0 pitch to Shohei. In there from Luzardo. 2 balls, 1 strike to Ohtani. Good test of might here for the Dodgers against the Philadelphia Phillies as Ohtani pops this one up, sky high over to left field. Max Kepler with the catch, and that'll be the first out. Ohtani retired here in the first. With 1 out, that'll bring up Mookie Betts for the Dodgers. Mookie Betts out there in shortstop. Up with 1 out. First pitch to Mookie, swinging. Grounded over to Bryson Stott. With the putout over to Bryce Harper. 2 quick outs for Jesus Luzardo and the Phillies here in the top of the first. Oh, Vinny code. Yeah, we have go to twitch.tv/Chin Music Podcast. Chin Music Podcast over on Twitch. That's how you'll find us. That's Tommy Edman. Steps up to the box. First pitch swinging. Fouls it back for strike 1. Tommy tanks. 4 home runs, 7 RBIs, batting .290 for the Dodgers in 8 games. Hitting from the right side against Luzardo, the lefty. Luzardo dunks that one in there. Breaking pitch. Gets ahead of Tommy Edman. No balls, 2 strikes. Tommy Edman's going to call a timeout. There's Vinny Code. He found us. Don't forget to shoot us to follow, brother. That way you could find us anytime we're live here on Chin Music. Thanks for popping in. Vinny Code. Checking us out over on YouTube. Nat loves Musica with the check-in. Saludos, amiga. Happy Friday. 0-2 pitch from Luzardo. That one is fouled off to the left side. At-bat continues for Tommy Tanks. Do you guys like the nickname for Tommy Edman? Tommy Tanks? I love it. There it is. I'll give him the Tommy sign too. Pitch up and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Tommy. There it is, Nats. I see the Tommy emote. Happy Viernes indeed. Luzardo's 1-2 pitch to Tommy Edman. Edman with a line drive, and he pulls the heck out of it. At-bat continues. Count stays the same. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Cleanup hitter for the Dodgers. Teoscar Hernandez on deck. We're just getting started here. Top of the first. 2 outs. 1-2 pitch. Tommy Edman pops this one up to the right side. Bryce Harper going to give this one a look. This one will go into the crowd. So Tommy Edman with 2 strikes, making Luzardo pitch. 12th pitch of the at-bat. 12th pitch of the inning coming up. That would be nice if it was 12 pitches in the at-bat. 12th pitch of the inning coming up from Jesus Luzardo to Tommy Edman. Access with the check-in. What up, brother? Happy Friday, Access. Popping in. All right, Luzardo's 1-2 pitch. Inside corner, called strike 3. Tommy Edman Gets caught looking. Puro peeping Tom. Ay, caray. Inning over for the Dodgers. Luzardo sits him down in order. So we're going to the bottom of the first with the Phillies coming up. So Dodgers go down quietly. 1, 2, 3. Coming up in the bottom of the first for the Phillies. Kyle Schwarber, Trey Turner, and Bryce Harper. Schwarber, Turner, Harper. Excited to see how Yoshinobu Yamamoto pitches against this tough Philadelphia lineup. Yamamoto will be on the bump for the Dodgers. But yeah, thank you guys so much for being here. Happy Friday going out to everybody. Just chilling. As a matter of fact, right before I got on, I was prepping some aguachiles, my acclaimed Killah Noez con sonido aguachiles. Perp Jess, I think she's starting to get some what do you call them, cravings? But she's been asking me for a long time to whip those up for her, and finally got around to doing it. So they are currently marinating in the fridge right now as we speak. I did have a tostada though, and yeah, pretty good. And pretty hot too. I put 21 chile serranos in there. Blend that all up. Anyway, bottom of the first. Yeah, I don't want to make myself all hungry right now. I only have one tostada. Scott Burke, we are not ripping, brother. I don't have my camera set up, brother. Shout out to Scott Burke. Wants to see some baseball cards being ripped. I put my camera back up on my overhead. Sorry, brother. Scott Burke when? Man, I don't know. Soon. As we look at the Philadelphia lineup, Schwarber, Turner, Harper, Bohm, Kepler, Castellanos, Real Muto, Stott, Marsh. Ay caray. Going up against Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Already with 2 starts this season. This is actually his 3rd start of the season. Is Yamamoto. Goes up against Kyle Schwarber. Big Kyle Schwarber. Left-handed hitter for the Phillies. First pitch swinging. He fouled it off. Kyle Schwarber with 4 home runs, 8 RBI. Just like Tommy Tanks. Dang. Tommy Tanks matching big Kyle Schwarber in home runs and in RBIs. 4 home runs, 8 RBIs. So Yamamoto on the bump. 1-1 pitch coming up to Kyle Schwarber. We're in the bottom of the first. Phillies taking their hacks. Check swing. No swing. Schwarber holds his swing. Gets ahead of the count. 2 balls, 1 strike. Shortstop Trey Turner on deck. Yamamoto, Scott. That one's popped up. Shallow left. Miguel Rojas is called off. Michael Conforto. And that's what the left fielder should be doing. Rather see a defender coming in to make the catch instead of seeing the infielder going out to make the catch. A lot easier for the outfielder. And Conforto's able to make that catch for the first out. Trey Turner will be the hitter. Roger Doza with the 100. 100 to eating good. Thank you, Roger. Appreciate that, brother. And best believe I'm going to have some more tostadas when we're done with this stream. I might even mukbang. We'll see. We'll see if we're feeling good. We might try to mukbang one during the broadcast here. Ay caray. 0-1 pitch to Trey Turner. Swing and a miss. Yamamoto ahead of the count. No balls, 2 strikes. Manny Diz. Puro mukbang, Manny Diz. Shouts to Manny Diz. Let everybody know. Manny, where are you going to be at tonight? Katie Jakes, I think I saw. Shouts to Manny Diz. We'll be at Katie Jakes and Covina. As we see a grounder, and that one's going to be a fair ball to the left side. And Trey Turner over at second. 1-out double for the Phillies. Just out of the reach of the diving Miguel Rojas. Remember, no Max Muncy with the left-hander. Luzardo up there. That's Miguel Rojas. And on a grounder, on a chopper, just out of the reach, off the glove of Miggy Rowe. He was only able to deflect it. So Trey Turner at second with one out here in the bottom of the first for the Phils. Bryce Harper against Yamamoto. Yama's first pitch to Harper. Up. Ball one. Manny Diz hating on the Philly jersey. Those are the City Connect jerseys, brother. Oh, my God. Those jerseys are ugly AF. Oh, my God. Be nice, Manny. Those are the City Connects for Philly, brother. Oh, Trey Turner off to the races, and the ball gets away. Yamamoto throws it away, and Trey Turner will score the first run here. Yamamoto had him. He had him cooked, and he throws it away. Phillies with a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the first. You saw Trey Turner take off. Yamamoto, all he had to do was just throw it, and nope. I don't know if Miggy was in time to get the third. We'll see that again. Hold up. So you see Trey Turner taking off, and the throw was nowhere near Miguel Rojas. Bad throw by Yamamoto. 1-0 Phillies here in the bottom of the first. Ay, caray. Nat Loves Musica agrees with Manny. I don't like those Philly colors. 1-1 pitch to Harper. Upstairs, check swing, no swing. 2 balls, 1 strike. It's like they should stick to their colors, says Nat. Changing the logos and all that, I get it, but colors? Stick to the classics. Why do you have to be so artsy? They're City Connects. You'll see teams do that. I mean, we saw the Dodgers do it with their supposed remember those City Connects that everybody supposedly hated, and then all of a sudden I see them all over the I was seeing them all over the stadium a couple of days ago. The what do they call it? The celebration cake jerseys. City Connects. They're just City Connects. It's a little different flavor as we see a swing and miss from Yamamoto. I'm cool with them, man. As long as they don't use them every time, but like every now and then, yeah, kind of change it up. I'm cool with a little change. There's a swing and a miss. Yamamoto strikes out Bryce Harper. That'll be the second out here in the bottom of the first. But Yamamoto with a horrible throw over the third as they had Trey Turner cooked. And the ball got away to give the Phillies their first run. 1-0 Philadelphia. As we look at the pitch arsenal for Yamamoto. Four-seamer, splitter, curveball, cutter, sinker, slider. Oh, my. Jenny said they grew on me. They grew on a lot of people, those City Connects for the Dodgers. I just remember when they first were announced and the pictures were out, everybody was hating on them. And then all of a sudden now, I see a lot of people rocking them. Alec Bohm, the hitter. 1-0 pitch from Yamamoto. That one's fouled off. 1 ball, 1 strike. Matty Diz, what game you went to Wednesday? The Dodgers. Matty Diz, I got your bobbleheads, bro. When are you going to pick them up? Let me know. I got them. Silly Manny. Pitch inside to Bohm. 2 balls, 1 strike. 1-0 Phillies. Bottom of the first. We're just getting started here. Budo Chin Music episode 19. Phillies off to the lead here as we see a grounder to Miggy Rowe. 1 third baseman throws out the other. And that'll do it. But the Phillies do get a base hit. And a throwing error from Yamamoto to make it 1-0 as we go to the second. Phillies up. Ay, caray. Well, Dodgers are going to have to try to clean it up, man. And again, the Dodgers did have freaking Trey Turner cooked as he was attempting to steal. And the throw was nowhere near the third baseman, Miguel Rojas. Ball gets away. And that allowed Trey Turner to score the first run of the game. 1-0 Phillies. Coming up for the Dodgers in the top of the second, Teoscar Hernandez, Will Smith, Kike Hernandez. 4, 5, 6 hitters coming up for the Dodgers. Dodgers chasing 1. Oh, man. Okay, I got you. Oh, what a game. Got you, brother. Yes. What? Oh, man. Incredible game that we saw Wednesday, brother. But, I mean, I'll tell you what, man. The vibes were off Oh my gosh, it was so frustrating to see not only the defense, but like I said, it's I don't hide things here, man. I'm not a big fan of Blake Snell. So to see, I've said it here. Blake Snell's gonna have to win me over. I'm not a big fan of that guy and the way he pitches. And it looks like Dodger fans and people who were reviewing the game were just blaming the Dodger defense, which I agree. But at the same time, man, Blake Snell was doing his share as far as contributing to the game as well as by walking all those Braves. And that pitch count was high, too high, man. Ugh. Just another ugly game by Blake Snell. Hey, but the Dodgers got the win. Shohei Ohtani. Just unbelievable. Unbelievable. And you got to credit the bullpen as well for the Dodgers, man. I thought the Dodgers really got the momentum swing when the Braves had bases loaded, nobody out. And Cactus, who was it? No, it wasn't Cactus Jack. It was Ben Kasparius. Ben Kasparius, who got out of that bases loaded jam. As we look at Bryce Harper's silly tat. He has a tat of the Philadelphia Fanatic. The Philly Fanatic as Teoscar Hernandez, base hit to right field to lead things off for the Dodgers here in the top of the second. So Tio will be at first. Lead-off base hit for the Dodgers. Being on stop, game is on Apple TV, brubba. Apple TV only. Just out of the reach of Bryson Stott over to right field. For Teoscar Hernandez. Will Smith will be the hitter. Puro Dennis the Menace. Who said that he looked like Dennis the Menace? That was a hilarious reference. Bryce Harper in love with the Philly Fanatic. Look at this guy. Oh, look at those cleats. Speaking of ugly. Now, those are ugly cleats. Manny Diz. The jerseys I'll pass, but man, those green Grinch jerseys by Bryce Harper. Ay caray. All right, Jesus Luzardo, pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies, ahead against Will Smith. No balls, 2 strikes. 0-2 pitch. Pitch way outside to Will Smith. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Binchi Mafioso says, be nonstop. Why are they doing that? Apple TV does have a contract with Major League Baseball to broadcast certain games, Friday night games, throughout the season. And they got the exclusive rights, be nonstop. Kind of like what ESPN does. Same thing. You know, ESPN Saturday night game of the week. It's the same thing. Fox does it as well. TBS. They all do it. 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed by Will Smith. And that'll be the first out. Luzardo with the punch out. 1 down. Be nonstop, right on, but you can see it on TV. Or you can't, or you could. It's not on TV. It's on Apple TV. If you got Apple TV, you could see it. Kike Hernandez with 1 out. And Teoscar Hernandez off to the races. He's going to be safe. Teoscar Hernandez showing off the speed. And Teoscar Hernandez gets himself in scoring position for the Dodgers with 1 out. Oh, man. It wasn't that big of a jump for Teoscar. But a bad throw from JT Realmuto. And Tio with the stolen base. Runner at second for the Dodgers for Kike Hernandez. Roger Doza says, free Apple TV with T-Mobile. Oh, thanks for letting me know that. I do have T-Mobile, Roger. Access Stream East also works. Per Bad Jess lurking. Per Bad Jess, those aguachiles are ready for you, baby. That's a pitch upstairs. Swung on and missed by Kike Hernandez. Down the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-0 Phillies. Here in the top of the second. Dodgers chasing 1. Luzardo from the stretch. 1-2 pitch to Kike. Low. Even count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Left fielder for the Dodgers, Michael Conforto on deck. Being on stop wants a mimosa. Ay, caray. 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Kike Hernandez strikes out. Luzardo with 2 punch-outs. Here in the top of the second, 2 down. So Luzardo slowly racking up the Ks as he strikes out Kike swinging. And with 2 outs, the left-hander Michael Conforto will be the hitter. Lefty-lefty matchup for Luzardo. First pitch in there for strike 1. Luzardo's 0-1 pitch. Inside, called a strike. And Luzardo ahead of the count. No balls, 2 strikes. Conforto's like, hold up, wait up. Runner at second for the Dodgers with 2 outs here in the top of the second. No balls, 2 strikes to count to Michael Conforto. Luzardo from the stretch. Pitch way low and outside. This is where you want to see the Dodgers clutch up with 2 outs. Especially down by 1. 1-2 pitch. Nice take by Conforto on that pitch low and outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two pitch coming up from Luzardo. That is a roller to the right side. Foul. Puro star-studded cast. Notable offseason additions. Snell, Sasaki, Scott, Yates, Conforto. Hye-Seong Kim, who's in the minors. Dodgers got better, no doubt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runner at second. Top of the second. Luzardo's 2-2 pitch to Michael Conforto. Upstairs. Count's going to go full. Miguel Rojas on deck for the Dodgers. Payoff pitch. Conforto fouls it back. Being on stop. Where did Mike come from? Michael Conforto started off with the Mets. Then he got hurt. And then the Giants picked him up. He played with the Giants last season. Payoff pitch to Conforto hanging in there. And we talked about it here on Chin Music. Dodgers become difficult with 2 strikes to get out. Conforto battling. Luzardo's payoff pitch. Swung on and missed. Luzardo strikes out the side. Inning over for the Dodgers. They strand a runner at second. 1 hit. Nothing doing for the Dodgers. Bottom of the second we go. 1-0 Philly. Man. So Luzardo most definitely starting to rack up Ks for the Phils. Strikes out 3 there in the top of the second. And most importantly, he leaves Teoscar Hernandez stranded at second after that leadoff single for the Dodgers. Bottom of the second we go. Man, Diz, you pulling up tonight? No, I'm not, brother. No. I'll be at home, brother, where I should be. But thanks for the invite. Coming up for the Phillies, we're going to see Max Kepler, Nick Castellanos, who's starting to become one of my least favorite players, and JT Realmuto. You got those players that you throughout the season kind of get on your bad side. Well, Nick Castellanos slowly has been getting on my bad side the last few seasons. And it's always a Philadelphia Philly for sure. For the longest time, it was Chase Utley when he was with the Phillies. Shane Victorino. You guys remember that? Oh my gosh. Who else? Just some of those players that become a thorn. And now Nick Castellanos is starting to become that player. I remember last season, I think it was, Nick Castellanos got hit by, I forget who it was. Somebody hit him. And he started barking at him. I'm like, bro, he wasn't trying to hit you. Chill out, bro. But I feel like Nick Castellanos is one of those type of players where you love him if he's on your team and you hate him when he's not. It's one of those guys. So bottom of the second, Kepler, Castellanos, and Rio Muto do up against Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Beat nonstop, dramatic. Man, this, how dare you? Ay, caray. Bottom of the second we go. 1-0 Phillies. Yamamoto back on the bump for the Dodgers, going up against Max Kepler hitting from the left side. First pitch to Kepler, outside, ball one. Max Kepler signed a 1-year deal with the Phils. Played for the Twins, now with the Phillies. Yamamoto falls behind, 2 balls, no strikes to Kepler. His 2-0 pitch. That one's outside corner, called a strike. Nick Castellanos on deck. Bait Gizmo popping in with the check-in. Bait Gizmo, happy Friday. Thanks for being here. Swung on and missed by Kepler. Yamamoto evens up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1-0 Philadelphia. Yamamoto from the full windup. 2-2 pitch is grounded to the right side. Nice play by Kike. Tosses it over Yamamoto, who covers first. And that'll be the first out here in the bottom of the second. Kepler retired. Nick Castellanos will be the hitter. Taking a look at some of the executives, the general managers. Andrew Friedman for the Dodgers. Dave Dombrowski for the Phillies. Well-respected GMs for sure in the majors. Dombrowski and Friedman. Castellanos the hitter. First pitch swinging. Grounder. The Mookie Betts. Flips it over to Kike. Castellanos with the ground out. 2 quick outs for Yamamoto here in the bottom of the second. Castellanos retired. Oh, Dombrowski, what you eating, brother? What do you think he's eating? I see. I'm going to get some sort of chicken. Looks like he has a TV dinner. You brought it from home, brother? You don't like eating in Philadelphia? You don't like those Philly cheesesteaks, bruh? Dombrowski eating TV dinners. Ay, caray. JT Realmuto, the catcher for the Phillies, against Yamamoto, in there for strike 1. Probably restricted. That's why, says E-Dog. As Realmuto with a Oppo Taco base hit. 2-out single for the Phillies. Off the bat of JT Realmuto. Inning continues for Philadelphia. So Yamamoto gives up a 2-out base hit to the Philly catcher as he goes the other way for that single. Nice camera view of that base hit to right field. Runner at first, 2 down for the Phils. Inning continues. Second baseman Bryson Stott hitting from the left side. Yama from the stretch. Nice breaking pitch by Yamamoto. Strike 1 to Bryson Stott. That was that curveball by Yamamoto to get ahead of the count. Oh, dietary restrictions by Dombrowski. You might be right, brother. That makes sense. He's on a strict diet. Up and outside. Next pitch. Count goes 1 ball, 1 strike to Stott. Rob Thompson, the manager for the Phillies, looking on. 1-1 pitch from Yamamoto. That one just misses low. 2 balls, 1 strike. Now, Musca, if you had somebody next to you to call the plays, who would it be? Every commentator needs to have a partner in crime. And your homie. Well, you know what, Nat? It would have to be my brother, Asahi Black. He's working right now, but yeah, he's been MIA lately. Still watches the games. He still is, as much involved in it. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't want to pressure him either. Hey, brother, let's do the game, He'll let me know when he's ready. But yeah, it would be my brother. I like doing chin music with him for sure. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count to Bryson Stott. 2 outs here in the inning. Runner at first for the Phils. 2-2 pitch from Yamamoto. Swung and missed. Yamamoto with the strikeout. And that gets the Dodgers out of the inning. Phillies with a hit. They strand a runner at first. Top of the third we go. 1-0 Phils. Chin Music Podcast OG. Yes, E-Dog. Asahi Black. Definitely. Color commentator. Yeah. Although he does a good job too. My brother does a good job of doing play-by-play as well. He's a little bit more, what's the word? It's a little bit more cookie cutter. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think he should let loose a little bit more. Doesn't have to sound all stereotypical. But he could do it. He could do play-by-play for sure. But no, he does a good job color commentating. You know what I like? Why I like having him color commentate? Because he still plays baseball. He plays Sunday ball. So he kind of brings that player mentality. I mean, obviously I played, but I haven't played in like years. You know what I'm saying? But I like to kind of get and pick his brain on certain things that I might see while calling the game. And I like his input. I like his interpretation of the game. So yeah, definitely to answer your question, Nat Lives in Musica would be my brother Asahi Black. Shouts to Asahi Black, putting in work at the Palms. Hey, speaking of the Palms, man, so it turns out they're gonna have a baseball card show next week, and Rick Monday is gonna be there, and I do plan on going to the Pacific Palms to go visit or go meet. I never met Rick Monday before, and I do want to take him this. I actually pulled this card not too long ago, a couple weeks ago, over on Killah Breaks, and I want him to sign with an inscription, with a special inscription that says something about keep calling the games, or something like to Chin Music from Rick Monday, Budo play-by-play, or something like that. That would be cool to have him sign it and have that personal inscription. But yeah, Rick Monday will be at the Pacific Palms next week for the I think it's called the Next Generation Card Show. Can't wait to meet him. And of course, Rick Monday still does play-by-play. He's the color commentator over on AM 570 on the radio. All right, top of the third we go. 1-0 Phillies. As Miguel Rojas taking his cuts against Jesus Luzardo. Even count, 1 ball, 1 strike. And yep, sure enough, man, Apple TV has Bryce Harper mic'd up. Not a big fan of that, guys, but I guess, look, if the players are cool with it, I guess so. We see a hit off the end of the bat of Miggy Rowe, and right there, Bryce Harper, while he's mic'd up, makes the play for the first out here in the top of the third. That'll bring up the 9th hitter for the Dodgers, center fielder Andy Baez. Oh, Nat Lives Musica, he's my little brother. I'm the oldest of 4. So yeah, Asahi Black, my little brother. He's a little homie. Why color is that? That's a good question. Why color? Is it a meaning? for to be extra colorful. I think that's what it is. Like you're being extra colorful. You're adding extra color to maybe a bland broadcast. So you're adding your color. You're adding perspective to it. Maybe that's what it is. I would guess. That one's popped up to right field by Pajes. Nick Castellanos under this one will make the catch. 2 quick outs for Jesus Luzardo and the Philadelphia Phillies to start the top of the third. Shohei Ohtani will be coming up. Yeah, loves música. That makes sense. I've heard that statement a lot in conferences, so it makes a lot of sense. Puro color commentating. Add some color to it. Add some life to the broadcast. Shohei Ohtani had some life to that shot. Oh, man, for a second there, I thought he got all of it. I thought it was bobblehead night all over again, but nope, nevertheless. It's a regular pop fly to center field. Marsh takes care of it. 1, 2, 3, go the Dodgers. Bottom of the third we go. 1-0 Phils. Man. Oh, dude, I thought Shohei Ohtani got all of that one, but man, nope. Just a regular pop fly out there to center field. Ball is not carrying, I guess, out there in Citizens Bank. I got psyched out. It's April Fool's all over again. I be nonstop. Man. The war song, Me and My Baby Brother. Is that what you're saying? Shots to war, man. So the Dodgers again go in order. Cap off that top of the third. Bottom of the third we go. Coming up for the Phillies, 9-1-2 hitters. That'll be the center fielder, Brandon Marsh, who just made that catch on Shohei Ohtani over in center. Brandon Marsh, Kyle Schwarber, Trey Turner, 9-1-2 hitters coming up for the Phils in the bottom of the third. Big Gizmo. Ayo, ref needs to check those wins. That was shady. Man, we seen that. We seen that swing from Shohei Ohtani before, and that ball usually goes a long way. That's why I got a little excited there for a second off that swing. But I was really actually surprised to see that ball not carry at all. Brandon Marsh, the center fielder for the Philadelphia Phillies, barely had a move. So I was definitely bamboozled on that swing. All good, though, as we go to the bottom of the third. Ay, caray. A big game again tomorrow. Dodgers, Phillies, second game. Roki Sasaki will be on the bump for the Dodgers. Of course, Roki Sasaki in the offseason specifically said he did not want to go into to the Philadelphia Phillies. Knowing the Philadelphia faithful, I'm sure they're going to give it to Roki Sasaki. And, of course, now knowing that supposedly Roki Sasaki, I don't think Roki Sasaki, even if he was, I don't think it's that big of a deal if he was crying. Whether he was or not, I don't think he was. If you guys have seen Roki Sasaki's starts, that guy sweats a lot. You know what I'm saying? I know his eyes looked red, but I don't know. Maybe he did. I don't know. But I'm pretty sure the Philadelphia fans tomorrow are going to let Roki Sasaki hear it. 0-1 pitch from Yamamoto. Nice breaking pitch to get ahead. No balls, 2 strikes. Again, Brandon Marsh. 1-0 Phillies here in the bottom of the third. Oh, excess. And you know what? And I did want to address that in the beginning, and I did it. So I'll address it right now. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Yamamoto with the punch out. That'll be the first out here in the bottom of the third. Brandon Marsh sits down. Okay, so Eric Hosmer, perfect time to say this. Eric Hosmer has a podcast over on YouTube. I really like his podcast, too. It's called Digging Deep. He does it with Mike Moustakas and some other baseball player. But, yeah, I really like Hosmer's point of view. He's really candid. Very, very well put together podcast. Good quality, for sure. They talk baseball, amongst other things, of course. Nevertheless, I guess he had said that that Roki Sasaki was using sticky stuff, which I got to call BS. What do they do after every inning with the pitchers? They check their hands and their gloves. The umpires do. After every inning, you see them. They come off the mound after the third out, and they go straight to the umpire, and the umpire's like patting them down almost. They're checking their hands and their glove, and they're checking for sticky stuff. So we would have heard by it. He would have been tossed out if that was the case. So I don't know what Eric Hosmer's talking about. And I honestly do think Eric Hosmer's probably trying to fetch more views and listeners into his podcast. 3-0 pitch to Kyle Schwarber from Yamamoto in there for strike one. 3 balls, 1 strike. 1 out here in the bottom of the third. 1-0 Phils. But again, he has a good podcast called Digging Deep. But I think Eric Hosmer is fishing for some viewers, so he probably just said something crazy just to try to get some more viewers for his podcast. And the funny thing is, I forgot what IG post had posted. I think it was called BSL or something like that. And Eric Hosmer was almost responding to every comment. It was like, dude, Hosmer, like really? You're entertaining almost every comment. So that's going to be a 1-out walk issued to Kyle Schwarber with 1 out here in the bottom of the third. Kyle Schwarber to first. Trey Turner will be the hitter. So look at Dave Roberts. 10th season as Dodger manager. 9 straight postseason appearances. 9 straight, guys. Boodle Dodger golden years. Let's go. And that one gets away from Will Smith. Kyle Schwarber eases his way over to second. Runner in scoring position for the Phillies with 1 out. It's a breaking pitch. Looked like a curveball slider. And that one is definitely a pass ball. Will Smith should have made the catch. He didn't. Kyle Schwarber to second. 1-0 pitch to Trey Turner. Oh, nice breaking pitch inside. Called the ball. 2 balls, no strikes. That one was close. But too much inside for the home plate ump. As Yamamoto falls behind. It's 2-0 pitch to Trey Turner. That one is banged out there to center. Andy Pages under this one. Ball's not carrying tonight. That'll be the 2nd out. Trey Turner flies out. 2 down. Man, Trey Turner looked like he got a good piece of wood there. I'm telling you, that ball's not carrying. That ball is not carrying out there to the outfield. Advantage pitchers. And you see Yoshinobu Yamamoto blowing to his hand. Lets you know it's not only windy, but cold. So that ball is dying for sure. So 2 outs here in the bottom of the third for Bryce Harper. Harper swinging after that first pitch from Yamamoto. In the dirt, strike 1. Benny, the game is only on Apple TV. So if I were you, brother, keep it locked right here, man. Unless you got Apple TV, then you could go to Apple TV as well. But no, not on Spectrum today, brother. Only Apple TV. Yamamoto from the stretch, 0-1 pitch. That one's low to Bryce Harper. 1 ball, 1 strike. Benny, we're in the bottom of the third. 1-0 Phillies. Phillies with a runner at second with 2 outs. It's Yamamoto from the stretch. You see Kyle Schwarber over at second. That pitch is low in the dirt. 2 balls, 1 strike. There's the Philly fanatic doing his pelvic thrusts. Ay caray, Philly fanatic. Third window with the check, and there's third window. Let's go Dodgers. Where you been, third window? Hopefully you've been all right, man. Thanks for being here. Chin Music, a Baseball Podcast, episode 19. 2-1 pitch to Harper. Harper fouls it back. Yamamoto evens up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Third window has been okay. Great. Benny, copy that. You're on our TV, brother. Oh, thank you, brother. Can you see how red I am now that you told me that? And Benny, don't forget, next week, Next Generation Card Show, Boodle Pacific Palms. Pitch outside. And Benny, if the girls want to come out, they have a nice restaurant called Red. We could wine and dine our ladies as well. Well, I could just dine my lady. You could wine and dine yours. Red restaurant if they want to come out. Just saying. Payout pitch to Bryce Harper. outside. Inning continues. Bryce Harper with a 2-out walk. Alec Bohm will be the hitter. So now the Phillies with runners at second and first with 2 down. I'm okay, says third window. 8 wins from the start. Yes, third window. Dodgers with an 8-win winning streak currently. Big Gizmo, not like this. So Alec Bohm, the hitter, with runners at second and first. There is 2 outs in the inning. Yama from the stretch in there for strike 1 to Bohm. Nat Loves Musica bragging rights for the first team to break the Dodgers' winning streak. Just saying. You're right about that, Nat Loves Musica. The Dodgers are the marked team this season, for sure, especially right now, since they're currently undefeated. Yama's 0-1 pitch to Bohm. In there for strike 2. Yamamoto gets out in front, has Alec Bohm in the hole. No balls, 2 strikes. Benny Mendoza. Yes, sir, we are there. Sounds good, brother. Philly Fanatic looking on, dicking around. 0-2 pitch to Alec Bohm. Upstairs. 1 ball, 2 strikes. See that wind blowing at Citizens Bank Park. Definitely cold out there. We've seen some balls dying out already. 1-2 pitch from Yamamoto. That one is low and in. Count goes even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Yama's 2-2 pitch. Puro deuces wild. That's a fly ball. That's gonna be caught by Pages. Inning over. As the Phillies strand 2 runners on. No runs come across. 1-0 Phillies. Top of the 4th we go. Woo. That was close. But Yamamoto is able to get some weak contact and get Alec Bohm to fly out to center to strand runners at second and first for the Phils. McFly with the check-in. Let's go. What up, McFly? Happy Friday, brother. Thanks for being here. Puro Chin Music, a baseball podcast, episode 19. Taking in the Dodgers versus Phillies. First game of the 3-game series out there in Philadelphia. So far, 1-0 Phillies as we go to the top of the 4th. Coming up for the Dodgers in the top of the 4th, we're going to see Mookie Betts, Tommy Edman, Teoscar Hernandez, 2, 3, 4 hitters coming up for the Dodgers to begin the top of the 4th inning. Dodgers chasing 1. But yeah, man, thank you guys so much for being here. Happy Friday, happy weekend going out to everybody. Hope everybody's doing good. What time is it out here? 4:33 out here in the West Coast. You guys are having dinner. Let us know. Shouts to DJ E-Dubs, always asking people what they're having for breakfast. What you guys having for dinner? Like I said, man, just before I got on, I was whipping up some aguachiles. They're currently marinating in the fridge, so we got aguachiles to look forward to after the stream. But what you guys eating? What you guys having for dinner? Anybody going to Tommy's? Puro Tommy's. Speaking of Tommy's, I know I have. Yeah, here it is. I thought I put it up already. Don't forget, we got our new Chin Music emotes as well. Oh, McFly is going to be at El Pescador in West Covina. Shouts to El Pescador. McFly, I used to DJ there years ago. Like the first couple of years that they opened, I was on the rotation there. And man, I used to love going there because they would hook it up with the food. They would hook it up with the food, man. I love the mixta tostada with the aguachile little like juice sauce. Woof. The tacos, obviously, the taco tour, always on point. I don't know if they still have the same menu, but man, we had good times at El Pescador, for sure. And then I got fired. I was too primitive. I was too ethnic. I was definitely too primitive for them. There's a swing and a miss from Mookie Betts. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count to Mookie Betts from Jesus Luzardo, left-handed pitcher, still on the bump for Rob Thompson in the Phillies. Phillies with a 1-0 lead here in the top of the fourth. 1-2 pitch. Mookie Betts off the end of the bat, fouls it back. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. X says, why? You get too drunk? No, man. No, they honestly, brother, and I think McFly could attest to this. I feel like Pescador has a very they want a certain sound for sure. As Luzardo strikes out Mookie Betts on a pitch low and out of the strike zone. That'll be the first out here in the top of the fourth. So yeah, those type of establishments, they want a certain sound. You know what I'm saying? And we'll keep it 100 here. They just wanted me to play reggaeton, and I would veer off. And it wasn't just reggaeton. Don't get me wrong. They wanted club style music. I think I've talked about this story before. They wanted like straight up club music, but the funny part is they don't allow dancing. I don't know if they do now, as we see a grounder deep in the hole. Trey Turner with the throw. Throws Tommy Edman out. Nice play by Trey Turner. Out at short. 2 quick outs for Jesus Luzardo. Teoscar Hernandez will be the hitter. So, yeah, man, they wanted me to kind of keep it hyped. So there was this one crazy night. It was super rowdy. The crowd was rowdy. People were actually dancing, and they kept telling me to switch up the music, right? And everything I was playing, like, the crowd would just react to almost everything I was playing. I was even just strictly playing nothing but corridos, like classic corridos, and they were still like the place was jumping that night. I don't know, those people were all coked out or something. So we see a fly ball deep at the track. Max Kepler with the catch. Ball not carrying in Philadelphia. Ay caray. 1, 2, 3 go the Dodgers in the fourth. Bottom of the fourth we go. 1-0 Phils. Citizens Bank Park. Jeez. Nothing is flying over there. Not even a bird. Well, anyway, long story short, they kept telling me to change the music. I did what they told me to do. And then they actually ended up pulling the plug on me as far as like, nah, you know what? You're done. It was probably like 10:30. And they're like, nah, you know what? You're done. Like, that's it. Like it's just too crazy. And that was it. And then, you know, they told the person who was heading the rotation of the DJs, they told me that they didn't want to see me back there again because I didn't know how to control a crowd. It's like, what the heck? Anyway, but I think I had run my course. Honestly, I felt like I was really being stagnant there. Don't get me wrong, like I was probably DJing there like 3 nights a week. So the money was like, you know, the money was coming. I was cool with it, but I honestly feel like I was just kind of like just going through the motions there. You know what I'm saying? So I think it was time for a change. And yeah, I never been back. But yeah, you just got to fall through a certain, you know, there's a specific sound that they want, which I understand 100%. But yeah, shout out to McFly, who will be at El Pescador in West Covina tonight. Sounds good, brother. Be safe out there, man. Oh, they do now. They do allow dancing. They got the permit. Yeah, when I was out there, they didn't have the permit. So they would want you to play like club music, but then at the same time, they didn't want people dancing, which was kind of weird. But then again, you know, I'm sure they changed. They probably renovated to kind of make room for dancing since they have the cabaret license. So, but at the time when I was there was actually no place to dance. You would literally have to get out of your seat and just kind of move around your table. But yeah, that specific night, again, I don't know what was in those people's drinks. I don't know what they were doing in the restrooms, but they were fired up for sure. They just felt like partying, and it was just a super ride. Like I'm telling you, like waiters were dropping plates of food, and it was just hectic. And I got the blame for it for whatever reason. But whatever, it is what it is. I had fun, and I made good money there. But I just ran my course there for sure. And it was time for a change. That's all. Bottom of the fourth we go. 1-0 Phils. Yamamoto back on the bump. Starts off Max Kepler with a breaking pitch in there for strike one. 1-0 Phillies. Shohei Ohtani walking around in the Dodger dugout. Dodgers chasing 1. Kepler 0 for 1. That one's fouled off. Perps. It's in there. And let me know what it is. I need to know. So that's a perp I just about to go in on those aguachiles. Let us know in the chat what you think of them. Honest answer. 1 through 10, the spice, I put 21 serrano. I blended 21 serrano chiles in there. So let us know 1 through 10, the heat level, and then obviously the taste, 1 through 10. Be honest. I haven't whooped them up in what, like years?
4 years maybe.
4 years?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yes.
It's been years since I whooped them up.
Maybe 3.
And I had it down to a science, and Perp Bad Jazz has been craving them lately. So let us know. In the chat, please. That's a ground ball to the right side. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count to Max Kepler, still battling up there against Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Ohtani, only player to win 3 MVP awards unanimously. Has 3 MVPs already under his belt. Yoshinobu Yamamoto. I keep calling Shohei Ohtani Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Shohei Ohtani, ay caray. 12 player to win award 3+ times. Man, you think he's done racking up MVPs? Hell no. All right, this is a trivia for anybody checking in. Who else? Who has 3+ MVP awards? I'm thinking of one already. Oh, nice breaking pitch by Yamamoto, who thought he had strike 3. Instead, home plate umpire's like, hold up. That's a ball. You saw Yamamoto with a little twirl. Thought he had the strikeout. You're like, nope. No, it wasn't. 2-2. Kepler fouls that one off. Man, Kepler hanging in there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Yamamoto's 2-2 pitch. Grounder to the right side. Second baseman Tommy Edman with the putout. That'll be the first out here in the bottom of the 4th. Yamamoto finally retires Max Kepler. So with 1 out, right fielder Nick Castellanos will be the hitter. Castellanos did not hang around for his first at bat. He went after that first pitch from Yamamoto and quickly got out. So here he is in his second at bat. See if he takes a pitch at the very least here. Sure does on the pitch low and outside. Ball 1 to Castellanos. Castellanos for the Phillies, hitting .227, a home run, 1 RBI. And he grounds that one to the left side, foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. Excess. That's a good guess. A-Rod? That's a good guess. Wow, Perp Bad Jess. A 10 AF? Seriously, my favorite aguachiles are killing. Oh, thank you, Perps. McGuire, that's a good guess. I don't think, but you know what, McFly? I don't think Mark McGuire, he was racking up home runs for sure, but I don't think he was racking up MVP awards. A-Rod, I think it's a good guess. I'm going to have to check that one out. Trout, E-Dog, I think Trout's a good guess as well. That's a good one. XS says Frank Thomas. That's a good one too, brother. Frank Thomas, dude, for being such a big dude, Frank Thomas always had his average over 300, bro. He was such a good hitter. 2-2 pitch coming up to Nick Castellanos. That one's lined to the left side. Miggy Rowe. Long throw will not make it in time. Castellanos with an infield single. Miggy Rowe made a good play, but he was really deep out there trying to make that throw out to first. Castellanos beats it for that infield single. Nice backhand by Miggy Rowe, but that was going to take a big, long throw. And that actually got Kike Hernandez off the bag. So Castellanos with a 1-out infield single for the Phils. JT Realmuto will be the hitter. JT Realmuto against Yamamoto. 1 for 1 with a single. Pitch outside to Realmuto, ball one. Realmuto hitting .286, no home runs, 3 RBIs for the Phils this season. Still early in this season for sure to be talking stats, but there they are. Up the middle. And look at this. Tommy Edman to Mookie Betts. Nice flip. 4-6-3 inning-ending double play. Inning over for the Phillies. Top of the fifth, we go. 1-0 Philadelphia. That was a great turn. Tommy Edman to Mookie Betts. That was a beautiful turn. A nice little off-balance throw for Mookie Betts after he tagged second over to Kike Hernandez to get that inning-ending double play. Nice defense by the Dodgers there. McFly, Mike Trout, Albert Pujols, Alex Rodriguez, Mike Schmidt, Mickey Mantle. Oh, are you giving me everybody there? So Mike Trout was correct. Albert Pujols. Alex Rodriguez was correct. Mike Schmidt, Mickey Mantle, Yogi Berra, Roy Campanella, Stan Musial, Jimmy Fox, and Joe DiMaggio. Those are all multiple MVP award. 3 plus, they had more than 3 MVPs, I'm going to guess. Here's a more detailed list of players with 3 or more MVP awards. Here we go. That's the guy who I was thinking right there, McFly. Barry Bonds with 7. Mike Trout with 3. Pujols with 3. A-Rod with 3. Wait, so all these guys just have 3. And if I'm correct, yeah, Shohei Ohtani also has 3. Was Shohei Ohtani on the list? Because he's not on this list. But Ohtani should have 3 already. But yeah, Barry Bonds with 7. That's the guy I was thinking about. Yep, Benny, that's what I was thinking about. Access, I was going to say Ken Griffey, but don't think it was that many. No, it wasn't. Thanks for that info, McFly. Very interesting. Budo Babe Ruth, Big Gizmo. I know X says Barry Bonds with 7, bro. So Shohei Ohtani has a way to go. But he could do it. Benny, yes, sir. I won. Sure. You win, Benny. Forget about Mr. Roids. Ay, caray. Ohtani does have 3. So he needs at least 4 more to get to 7. Damn. He's got his work cut out for him for sure. All right, top of the fifth we go. 1-0 Phillies. Jesus Luzardo back on the bump for the Phils, going up against Will Smith for the Dodgers. So we'll see Will Smith, Kike Hernandez, Michael Conforto. That one's popped up. Center field, Brandon Marsh under this one. Brandon Marsh with the catch. 1 up, 1 out for Jesus Luzardo. Kike Hernandez will be coming up. Big Gizmo, the wind is a mean hater. I'm telling you, man, ball is not carrying tonight. So the Dodgers know any better, they would try not to hit it out there to the outfield. I'll say, dude, just hit some grounders. Try to get him through the holes, man. Let's put a little small ball here, because it's going to take a lot to hit a home run tonight over at Citizens Bank Park. Kike Hernandez falls behind. Luzardo has him 0-2. Big Gizmo, time to bunt. Puro small ball. Pitches outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Kike. Michael Conforto on deck. 1-0 Phillies here in the top of the fifth. Check swing. No swing. I was ready to give Kike the swing. Look at that Philadelphia fan in the back. Like, why are you kidding me? That was a swing. That Philadelphia fan got fired up real quick. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count Kike. And now, this time, Kike on a pitch, low and away, strikes out swinging. 2 down. Luzardo with the punch out. Luzardo's racking up a lot of strikeouts here. Jesus Luzardo for the Phillies currently has 6 punch-outs. Ay, caray. 6 strikeouts of the Dodgers. 2 down here in the top of the 5th. Michael Conforto, lefty-lefty matchup. Strike 1 on that swing and miss. Yeah, Jesus Luzardo, man, dealing right now for the Phils. Has retired 11 straight hitters. Ay, caray. Breaking pitch, inside corner. And Michael Conforto in the hole. No balls, 2 strikes. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Jesus Luzardo. Jesus dealing the blessed pitchers. Roger Doze. Yeah, he's dealing for sure. Pitcher looks like Joe Kelly's brother, says XS. That one's popped up. Shallow left. Kepler coming in. And Kepler with the catch. 1, 2, 3, go the Dodgers again. Ay, caray. And I think they were talking to Jesus. I think they were talking to Jesus Luzardo's family. As Luzardo sits him down in order. Bottom of the 5th we go. 1-0 Philadelphia. Ay, caray. Yeah, nothing's going good right now for the Dodgers, man. Jesus Luzardo has been cooking for the Phillies. As we go to the bottom of the 5th, it'll be Bryson Stott, Brandon Marsh, and Kyle Schwarber. 8-9-1 hitters coming up for the Phillies as we go to the bottom of the 5th. Yeah, the Dodger offense is going to have to try to figure out Jesus Luzardo. At the very least, try to get him out of this game. But the way he's pitching right now, man, I don't know, man. Let's look at his line so far. Jesus Luzardo, currently 5 innings of work, has only allowed 1 hit. That was to Teoscar Hernandez. Has 6 strikeouts. And if we want to see his pitch count, he has 58 pitches. Talk about being efficient so far. 58 pitches in 5 innings. Wow. I mean, you compare that to Yamamoto. Yamamoto is at 68 pitches. So out of the two, definitely Jesus Luzardo not only being the most effective, but the most efficient as well for the Phillies. As we move things to the bottom of the 5th. Yeah, Luzardo looking really good, man. Dodgers are going to have to try to somehow figure him out. But yes, Third Window is back, man. Shout out to our Japanese affiliate, Third Window, popping in, hanging out in the chat. Puro Chin Music, a Baseball Podcast, episode 19. Thank you guys so much for being here. And we did kind of say, man, it was probably going to be a pitcher's duel. And sure enough, 1-0 as we go to the bottom of the 5th. Phillies 1 run, 3 hits. Dodgers no runs, 1 hit. Bryson Stott will be leading things off for the Philadelphia Phillies. Bryson Stott showing off the torpedo bat. Ay, caray. So Bryson Stott looks to be one of the players that is using these torpedo bats. Here he is against Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Pitch outside. Ball 1. So far the blemish in this game. Yamamoto's throwing error when Trey Turner was stealing third. Yamamoto with an erratic throw to third that got away. Nowhere near third baseman Miguel Rojas. And Trey Turner on that throwing error from Yamamoto came around to score the lone run of this game. Yamamoto falls behind on that breaking pitch. Way outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. And again, another look at those torpedo bats. Larry Boa. That was Larry Boa. That one is popped out of play. Yamamoto evens up the count to Bryson Stott. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ferry. Third Window. No, not a Ferry. Ferry? No, our Japanese affiliate. As Yamamoto strikes out. Bryson Stott looking. Puro peeping Tom. That'll be the first out here in the bottom of the 5th. Yamamoto strikes out Stott. Looking. Outside corner. Umpire rings him up. 1 down. Brandon Marsh on what looks to be a splitter. Swings and misses. Strike one. Brandon Marsh 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Another nice pitch by Yamamoto. Gets that swing and miss. Yamamoto out in front. No balls, 2 strikes. Both pitchers are cooking. Look at that. What a nasty pitch. Splitter. Gets the swing and miss. 2 punch outs here in the bottom of the 5th for Yamamoto. 2 down. Yamamoto starting to heat up. Designated hitter, leadoff hitter for the Phillies, Kyle Schwarber will be coming up. Look at that. Swing and a miss from Kyle Schwarber. Strike one. Pitch outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. We're in the bottom of the 5th. 1-0 Phillies. Pitchers have been dealing. It's a breaking pitch low to Schwarber. 2 balls, 1 strike. Shortstop for the Phillies, Trey Turner on deck. B nonstop's making dinner. What you making? What's cooking, B nonstop? Grounder to the right side. That's going to even up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The big Kyle Schwarber. Chicken flautas, brother. One of my favorite foods to eat for sure. Chicken flautas. Love them. Oh, yes. It's a splitter that just breaks outside. Count's going to go full to Schwarber. 3 balls, 2 strikes. As that pitch just missed from Yamamoto. 2 outs here in the inning. Payoff pitch, Yamamoto to big Kyle Schwarber coming up. Grounder. Nice backhand by first baseman Kike Hernandez. Yamamoto covers. And 1, 2, 3 go the Phillies here in the bottom of the 5th. Top of the 6th we go. 1-0 Phils. Damn, we are steamrolling through this game as we go to the top of the 6th. Be not stop. Fresh guac. I love it, brother. And a dad of tapatio. I'm down with tapatio too, man. Oh, that sounds really good, brother. You enjoy those. With sour cream and fresh salsita. Woo! Perp Bad Jazz. B Nonstop's cooking up another prank. Damn. Shouts to B Nonstop, man. Had us pranked for April's Fools. All good. Tapatio gives it that kick. Benny, here we go again. Damn, I'm hungry. Well, it's about dinner time for a lot of people out here in the West Coast for sure. As we're about to hit the 5 o'clock mark out here in the West. Happy Friday going out to everybody. Coming up for the Dodgers in the top of the 6th, we're going to see Miguel Rojas, Andy Pajes, Shohei Ohtani, 8-9-1 hitters coming up. Oh, yeah. They're talking about Fighting for Glory. I don't know if anybody's seen this. I believe it's on Apple TV. I think that's why they're showing the commercial. But the Dodgers versus Yankees World Series documentary. It's a 3-part series over on Apple TV. And it's a good insight into the World Series if you guys want to relive that. Fighting for Glory. That's what they're pumping up here. Another perspective. I'm sure we've all seen the YouTube videos and all that good stuff, but this is another perspective. Look at this. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I still got to make my rounds to watching this. And, yeah, I think I'm going to make my rounds to definitely watching it. Fighting for Glory, Dodgers versus Yankees. All right, top of the 6th we go. Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia, Dodgers versus Phillies. First game of the 3-game series. 1-0 Phillies as we move things to the top of the 6th. It'll be Miguel Rojas, Andy Pages, Shohei Ohtani coming up against Jesus Luzardo. Left-handed pitcher's been dealing for Philly. First pitch upstairs to Miggy Rowe. Ball one. 1-0 Phillies here in the top of the sixth. Miggy Rowe with a grounder to shortstop Trey Turner, who kind of stumbles a little bit but regains his balance. Fires it over to first for the first out. One down. They're showing some of the accolades for Fernando Valenzuela. 11 seasons with the Dodgers. 81 World Series champion. 81 National League Cy Young and Rookie of the Year. Right there, man. Cy Young and Rookie of the Year in the same year. Unbelievable. R.I.P. Fernando Valenzuela. Andy Pages takes a pitch upstairs from Luzardo. Andy Pages for the Dodgers. 0 for 1 with a flyout. Shohei Ohtani on deck. Pitch is low. Oh, that's a nice jacket, sir. 8-time World Series champion. That's the updated one. Look at that. It's a beautiful jacket. Pitch up and away to Andy Pages. And here we go. 3 balls, no strikes as Luzardo falls behind on the count. Taking all the way, Andy Pages takes strike one. Roger Doza has started watching that documentary, Fighting for Glory, on Apple TV. 3-1 pitch. Outside, ball 4, and the Dodgers will have a runner on after Luzardo loses Pages. 1-out walk for the Dodgers. Runner at first for Shohei Ohtani will be coming up. So Ohtani, in his first at-bat, flew out to center field, and his second at-bat, almost the same exact place. Ay, caray. So you see the conditions are definitely messing around with the flight path of that baseball. As the pitch is outside to Shohei Ohtani. Ohtani 0 for 2 with those 2 flyouts. Has a runner at first with 1 out here in the top of the 6th. Dodgers chasing 1. 1-0 pitch to Ohtani. Ohtani flies that one back. And out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike. Mookie Betts on deck for the Dodgers. One pitch. Outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. So Luzardo having a hard time here in the top of the 6th, trying to locate the strike zone. Falls behind in the count. 2 balls, 1 strike to Ohtani. Pitch to Ohtani. Grounded foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes. I don't know about you guys, man, but this game kind of has a little bit of a playoff vibe, especially with the lack of offense and the dominant pitching that we've been seeing for both pitchers. A little bit of that playoff vibe. As these two teams are among the top teams in the National League. Along with the Padres, the Giants, they're up there as well in the National League. Check over at first. Baez back to the bag. Of course, the Padres lost the first game of the season today against the Chicago Cubs. 3-1 in Chicago. Swing and a miss from Ohtani and a pitch low from Luzardo. That's a big strikeout from Luzardo. 7th Ks for Jesus Luzardo as he strikes out Shohei Ohtani. And that pitch was definitely out of the strike zone. And look, that's definitely Jesus Luzardo's family. They're loving it. Mookie Betts takes a pitch inside. Ball 1. Andy Pages still at first for the Dodgers. Mookie Betts 0 for 2 with a ground out and a strikeout against Luzardo. 1-0 pitch. That one's in the dirt. Luzardo falls behind. 2 balls, no strikes. Tommy Edman on deck. Third window. Ay, caray. Phillies are a top team. Yes, they are. Be nonstop. Another look at Pages, who gets back to the bag. Baez is the tying run for the Dodgers here in the top of the 6th. And they got Baez. Oh, my gosh. Baez is going to get caught. What was Baez doing? Well, nothing. He gets thrown out. Caught stealing. And that does it. Inning over for the Dodgers. Bottom of the 6th we go. Ay, caray. Now, look, man, I will, let's take a look in here again. I will, what's the word? I feel like I have Andy Baez's back a lot. But lately, especially with the base running, I know, when was it? During the last game against the Atlanta Braves. See, supposedly barely, he went from first to third, and he barely made it, but his slide was a little off. And then when he's at third, on a line drive back to the pitcher, he gets doubled off as he got off the bag. And then right here against Luzardo, left-handed pitcher, mind you, he tried to get a little too cute, especially with Mookie Betts at bat. The count was, if I'm correct, 2 balls, no strikes, advantage Mookie Betts. And if you do get the steal sign there, you got to be really selective. You got to make sure that Luzardo is going to be making his way over to the plate before taking off. Especially on a 2-0 pitch to Mookie Betts coming up. That was a big out right there. A big question mark. A big ay caray. A big what the heck by Andy Baez. And like I said, man, I back up Andy Baez with his defense and stuff like that. I don't think his defense is all that bad. I really don't. But the thing that has been in question lately has been his base running, and you see it there again. It rears his ugly head again for Andy Baez as he gets caught in a rundown. Ay caray. Sheesh, be nonstop. E-Dog, he has a lot of tools, but one thing he's looking like he doesn't possess is base running. I think you're right about that, E-Dog. They need to pull that kid off to the side and start giving him some pointers on how to run the bases, when to run the bases. Especially with Mookie Betts at the plate. 2 balls, no strikes. The last thing you want to do is make a out on the bases, and that's exactly what Baez did. So we go to the bottom of the 6th in Philadelphia, 1-0 Phillies. Yamamoto back on the bump for the Dodgers, going up against Trey Turner. It'll be Trey Turner, Bryce Harper, and Alec Bohm. Phillies with a 1-0 lead. That pitch is way outside to Trey Turner. Yamamoto falls behind. 2 balls, no strikes. Trey Turner for the Phillies, 1 for 2 with that double run and a stolen base. And it was that stolen base that gave the Phillies a run. Trey Turner was at second. And there's the Andy Baez. I don't know what Baez was doing. I could understand if Mookie Betts had 2 strikes, but Mookie Betts was ahead of the count there. 2 balls, no strikes. If Mookie Betts has 2 strikes, I kind of see like, all right, maybe Baez is just going to try to steal one against the Phillies, and then, if he gets out, at least Mookie Betts gets a clean count going into the next inning. But no, Mookie Betts was ahead of the count, 2 balls, no strikes. I'm not sure what was going on there by Baez. Ay caray. All right, Yamamoto's payoff pitch coming up to Trey Turner. Trey Turner. On a pitch inside, fouls this one off to the seats in the left side. Count remains full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Yama's payoff pitch. Inside. That one misses inside of Trey Turner. Trey Turner with a leadoff walk for the Phillies here to begin the 6th. Bryce Harper will be the hitter. Put that tongue away, Marsh. Was Marsh licking his beard? Ay, caray. Bryce Harper, the hitter. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. Be nonstop. Let's go, Andy. Wake up or heads up. Yamamoto from the stretch. First pitch to Bryce Harper. Outside corner, called a strike. Be nonstop. That will not get us back to the postseason. No, it won't. Can't have plays like that finishing off innings. Potential big innings. Oh, look at that wind. That wind is definitely blowing, and that one is going to be a ground ball to Tommy Edman and Mookie Betts over to first. 4-6-3 double play. Yamamoto loves it. And that'll be the second out here in the bottom of the sixth as Bryce Harper hits into a double play. Nice turn by Tommy Edman and Mookie again. See that ground ball? That was a line drive ground ball. And Tommy Edman, Mookie Betts, enough time to get Bryce Harper out at first. As Harper gets doubled up. 2 outs here in the bottom of the sixth. Here's Alec Bohm, pitch inside, ball 1 to Bohm. Alec Bohm 0 for 2, ground out and a line out. Up with 2 outs here in the bottom of the sixth. Pitch is fouled off. Count goes even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Rob Thompson looking on. 1-0 Phillies. Bottom of the sixth. 1-1 pitch with 2 outs coming up to Alec Bohm. That one's fouled off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yama's 1-2 pitch. That one's low. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count to Alec Bohm. Kirby Yates. Looks like he's starting to warm up in the Dodger bullpen. Fouled off the shin of Alec Bohm. At bat continues. See Yamamoto with 96 pitches. This will definitely be his last outing. 96 pitches for Yamamoto. And the only run he has given was by his mistake, his throwing error that cashed in Trey Turner on that stolen base from second to home. 2-2 pitch to Alec Bohm. Grounder to Mookie Betts. Running throw and nice throw to get Alec Bohm. And that does it for the Phillies in the bottom of the sixth. Top of the seventh we go. 1-0 Philadelphia. Nice play by Mookie Betts. Brutal running throw. All right, top of the seventh we go. Coming up for the Dodgers, it'll be Mookie Betts. Remember, it was Mookie Betts who was hitting when Andy Paez got thrown out in that rundown. So Mookie Betts, Tommy Edman, Teoscar Hernandez, 2, 3, 4 hitters coming up for the Dodgers. Dodgers chasing 1. So Yamamoto ends up going 6 innings. Gives up 3 hits, only 1 run. 3 walks, 5 strikeouts for Yamamoto. But as of right now, Jesus Luzardo is besting him. He's out pitching Yamamoto. So Yamamoto threw 97 pitches through 6 innings. Luzardo through 6 has only thrown 72. So Luzardo again being more efficient than Yamamoto. As we go to the top of the 7th, keep an eye out. I got to think Jesus Luzardo will still be on the bump for the Phillies as we move things to the top of the 7th. So far, Luzardo, 6 innings of work, 1 hit, has only allowed 1 hit, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts. So definitely a very, very quality start for the Phillies. Jesus Luzardo. But Dodgers still in this one, down by 1. Third window, good defense. McFly, let's go. Dodgers are still in it, man. They're only down 1 run. But it's starting to get a little late for them. They got to get it going. They need to try to get some runners on get some stressful innings to Luzardo. Luzardo has been cruising. All right, top of the 7th we go. Another look at the dominant Jesus Luzardo for the Philadelphia Phillies, left-handed pitcher. Going up against Mookie Betts to begin the top of the 7th. Dodgers chasing 1. First pitch to Betts, outside, ball 1. Tommy Edman on deck. 1-0 pitch from the left-hander, Luzardo. It's a grounder foul for Mookie Betts. 1 ball, 1 strike. Yeah, this game definitely has playoff vibes. Tighter than a shoddy base jumpsuit. Ay, caray. 1-1 pitch. Mookie Betts goes the other way, but foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. He's down in the count to Jesus Luzardo. Yeah, Luzardo looking really good for the Phillies. Here's his 1-2 pitch to Mookie Betts. Mookie with a grounder to the left side, foul. All the ball girl, that's all you right there. Man, it's been effective with that changeup. As hitters 0 for 5 with 3 strikeouts on that changeup. And he misses outside of Mookie Betts. Count goes even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. There's a grounder to the left side. Alec Bohm is there to put away Mookie Betts for the first out here in the top of the 7th. Mookie Betts retired. Tommy Edman will be the hitter. Be nonstop. What you eat at the game Wednesday, Killah? We had a hot dog. What else do we have? Pulled pork sliders from King's, from that King's barbecue spot. And spicy peanuts. Love those Cajun spicy peanuts, man. My favorite. All right, ball 1 to Tommy Edman. Teoscar Hernandez on deck. 1-0 Phillies here in the top of the 7th. Tommy Edman fouls that one off. To the left side, 1 ball, 1 strike. Jesus Luzardo for the Phillies has been on point. Has allowed only 1 hit. Tommy Edman with a slow roller over to the shortstop, Trey Turner, who throws him out, and that'll be the 2nd out. So 2 quick outs for Luzardo and the Phillies here in the top of the 7th. Teoscar Hernandez will be the hitter. Espiritu with the check-in. Happy Friday, peeps. Happy Friday, Espiritu. Welcome in. Chin Music, a baseball podcast, episode 19. We're taking in the Dodgers versus Phillies from Citizens Bank Park. Jesus Luzardo and the Phillies dominant against the Dodgers here, but the Dodgers only chasing 1. As it's 1-0 Philadelphia. Strike 1 to Teoscar Hernandez. Nice breaking pitch by Luzardo. Dio with the lone hit for the Dodgers tonight. 1 for 2 with a single and a stolen base. 0-1 pitch. Dio get jammed. Shallow right. Cassiano coming in, and that one is not caught. Ball gets away. Teoscar Hernandez will get to second. Wow, Teoscar Hernandez with 2 outs. And that duck fart out to right field. You got to credit Teoscar Hernandez for busting butt. Let's look at this one again. It was a jam shot by Luzardo. Pop fly to shallow right. Cassiano hits the deck. But the ball gets loose, and the ball definitely bounced out in front of him. And by the time Castellanos came up with the ball, Teoscar Hernandez at second. So tying run at second base in scoring position for Will Smith. Breaking pitch inside to Will Smith. Ball 1. Will Smith for the Dodgers tonight. 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a flyout. So big chance here for the Dodgers. With Teoscar at second with 2 outs. 1-0 pitch to Will Smith. Outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Luzardo falls behind. You saw Castellanos calling him all the way, but Castellanos came up short. Teoscar at second. 2-0 pitch to Will Smith. Nice breaking pitch by Luzardo. Dunks one in there. 2 balls, 1 strike. So the Dodgers with a big chance here in the top of the 7th. They got the tying run in scoring position in Teoscar Hernandez. Luzardo from the stretch. It's 2-1 pitch. Outside. 3 balls, 1 strike. Kike Hernandez on deck. Be nonstop. Bring him in. Let's go. Have a big chance to do so, be nonstop. Here's Luzardo's 3-1 pitch to Smith. Outside, ball 4. Dodgers will have runners at second and first with 2 outs. Kike Hernandez will be coming up. So Dodgers got something going here with 2 outs. Pitching coach out there to have a talk with Luzardo. Pitching coach looks like he works for the police academy with that hoodie. Ay caray. Kike Hernandez will be the hitter. So Dodgers definitely got something brewing here in the top of the 7th. Can they finally get to Luzardo? Teoscar Hernandez will be at second. Will Smith, after drawing that 2-out walk, will be at first. Kike Hernandez will be the hitter. 1-0 Phillies here in the top of the 7th. Big chance for the Dodgers. Luzardo steps off the mound, back on the mound. Needed a little extra time. Here we go. First pitch coming up to Kike. 2 on, 2 outs. Check swing. We're going to get a swing. Strike 1 to Kike. Kike Hernandez can now hold the swing. Puro swing. Ay caray. Luzardo's 0-1 pitch. Upstairs, a throw as... Wow. Hold up. Hernandez stealing bases out of nowhere. Hernandez swipes third. That's his 2nd stolen base in this game against Luzardo. JT Realmuto throws it to second, but Teoscar goes to third. Teoscar flashing those wheels here tonight. So runners on the corners with 2 outs for the Dodgers. Teoscar at third. Will Smith at first. 1 ball, 1 strike to count to Kike Hernandez. Luzardo going right after him. Swing and a miss. Luzardo gets ahead. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Third window. Good run. Be nonstop. I love it. Well, big pitch coming up here from Luzardo. 1-2 pitch to Kike. Kike fouls that one back. At bat continues. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. So tying run for the Dodgers. 90 feet away in Teoscar Hernandez. He's at third. Will Smith at first. 1-2 pitch to Kike. Kike with another foul ball. 93 pitches for Luzardo. You got to think this is Luzardo's final inning right here. See his parents right there. His mom and his pops looking on. 94th pitch of the game for Jesus Luzardo. 1-2 pitch to Kike Hernandez in the dirt. That's going to even up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Michael Conforto on deck for LA. Ay, caray. Easy on the full screen, Killer. That's how the Twitch algorithm gets you, homie. Hernandez is fighting. Yes, he is. Oh, and he swings and misses. Wow, Luzardo with an incredible outing for the Phillies. Inning over for the Dodgers. They leave him stranded on the corners. Luzardo's parents are loving it. Luzardo gets out of the jam. Inning over for the Dodgers as we go to the bottom of the seventh. Stretch time in Philly. Wow, Luzardo. You got to give it up to Luzardo, man. What an outing. And we were talking about how his first outing against the Washington Nationals last Thursday, he goes 5 innings, strikes out 11. This time he goes, 7 innings? Let's look at his line, man. He goes 7 innings of work. Luzardo does. He gives up only 2 hits, walks 2, strikes out 8. Strikes out 8 Dodgers, and right there, with runners on the corner, strikes out Kike Hernandez to get out of the jam. You got to credit Jesus Luzardo, man. I got to say, man, that's a great outing right there for sure. I don't like to throw the word great out so loosely, but right there, that's a great outing. Quality outing for Jesus Luzardo. 7 innings of work, no runs, 8 strikeouts. On 2 hits, just 2 hits to this powered lineup of the Dodgers. Very impressive by Jesus Luzardo. But you know what? That should be the last inning we see Luzardo. It's going to be up to the Dodgers to try to get into that bullpen and try to do some damage against that Philly bullpen. As I'm sure the Dodger hitters are happy that Luzardo will be out of the game. At least I don't think Rob Thompson throws him out of there in the 8th. I got to think he'll go into the bullpen. As the Dodgers will be going into the bullpen, Kirby Yates will be taking over on the bump for the Dodgers. Night is over for Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Kirby Yates will be pitching the bottom of the 7th. Bottom of the 7th. Kirby Yates will be on the bump for the Dodgers. Quality start, Espiritu. You got that right, brother. Definitely. Definitely a quality start. No, Luzardo was on, man. Straight up. Luzardo was on. You got to give it to him, says being on something. You got to. Got to tip your cap. That was a really good outing. Great outing by Jesus Luzardo. Bottom of the 7th we go. Kirby Yates on the bump now for the Dodgers as he takes over for Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Kirby Yates here in the bottom of the 7th will be going up against Max Kepler, Nick Castellanos, JT Realmuto. Pitch inside from Kirby Yates to Max Kepler. Kirby Yates falls behind. 2 balls, no strikes. 1-0 Philadelphia. Bottom of the 7th. Kirby Yates 2-0 pitch to Max Kepler, and that one is low and inside. Ay caray, Kirby Yates can't find the strike zone. He's falling behind the count. 3 balls, no strikes. This is the 4th game for Kirby Yates. 4 innings of work, 9 strikeouts, no walks. Well, he's 1 pitch away from walking, and sure enough, he's going to pick up his first walk. Walks Max Kepler on 4 pitches. Leadoff runner on for the Phillies here in the bottom of the 7th. As we see Luzardo, all smiles for the Phillies in that Philly dugout. Nick Castellanos will be coming up with a runner at first. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th. Kirby Yates will take a look over at first. Kepler back to the bag. Castellanos for the Phillies. He's 1 for 2 tonight. Nice breaking pitch to start off Nick Castellanos. Strike 1. 1 for 2 with a single, Nick Castellanos. Castellanos sees a pitch in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike. Catcher JT Realmuto on deck. Kirby Yates from the stretch. Instead, this will be a timeout. Umpire says, it's all me, homie. It's all me, dog. It's all me. Timeout. Umpire basically said, hold up. One pitch. Castellanos with a line drive base hit. This one will get to left field. Max Kepler will get to third. Runners on the corners. Nope. That's a double by Castellanos. Hold up. Runners at third and second with nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th. As the Phillies are looking for some insurance runs against Kirby Yates and the Dodgers. Kirby Yates definitely in a jam here in the bottom of the 7th. JT Realmuto will be the hitter. That one's in the dirt. Ball 1. Third window, no cushion. See that splitter thrown from Kirby Yates in the dirt? Will Smith just barely put the glove on it. 1-0 pitch. And JT Realmuto with a high drive to left. This one will go foul. Long strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Holy moly. I mean, the way the offense has been going, man. A 3-run shot right now. Yikes. Yeah, Kirby Yates getting hit around for sure. 1-1 pitch. Yeah, Kirby Yates having a hard time trying to throw strikes as he has fallen behind to JT Realmuto. 2 balls, 1 strike. Max Kepler at third. Nick Castellanos at second. Nobody out for the Phillies here in the bottom of the 7th. 2-1 pitch coming up to JT Realmuto. Realmuto fouls it off to the left side. Even count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Be nonstop. Dang, there goes our undefeated. At least the Padres lost. Game ain't over, be nonstop. Couple more innings to go, brother. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Big strikeout by Kirby Yates. That'll be the first out here in the bottom of the 7th. As JT Realmuto goes down swinging. And that's that splitter by Kirby Yates. Kirby Yates has a splitter as well. And he gets JT Realmuto to get out in front of that one on that swing and miss. 1 down. Bryson Stott, left-handed hitter for the Phillies, up next. There's a pitch inside from Kirby Yates, ball 1. And you see the Dodger defense playing in. They got everybody playing in that Dodger infield. Bryson Stott for the Phillies tonight, 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. 1-0 pitch. A check over at third. Kepler back to the bag. 1 ball, 1 strike to count to Bryson Stott. That was a very gutsy throw to third from Will Smith to Miguel Rojas over at third as they're trying to get Max Kepler leaning out there at third. Kepler back to the bag. Kirby Yates from the stretch. 1-1 pitch to Bryson Stott. That pitch is low and inside. And again, Kirby Yates falls behind. 2 balls, 1 strike. 1-0 Phillies here in the bottom of the 7th. Phillies with runners at third and second. 1 out here in the inning. 2-1 pitch. Oh, what a take by Bryson Stott. Pitch just barely missed low. Count goes 3 balls, 1 strike. Kirby Yates and Will Smith wanted to check, but you see Bryson Stott definitely checked the swing. 3-1 pitch coming up. Stott with a grounder through to the left side. That'll score 2 runs for the Phillies. In comes Kepler. Nick Castellanos around. Oh, wait a minute. No. Thought for sure they're going to let Castellanos come in. Nevertheless, Max Kepler comes in. Runners on the corners. It's Bryson Stott. Picks up the RBI to get the Phillies 2-0. That's a huge run right there. And with the infield playing in, no shot for shortstop Mookie Betts. Bryson Stott comes through for the Phillies here in the bottom of the 7th. Philly fans loving it. 2-0 Phils. So Castellanos, they actually pumped the brakes on him, man. I thought for sure they're going to wave him in. Runners on the corners for Brandon Marsh. 2-0 Phillies, 1 out. Yeah, Kirby Yates not looking sharp. There's a grounder. And that will score Nick Castellanos. That'll be the 3rd run for the Phillies tonight. 2 runs of the inning against Kirby Yates. 3-0 Phillies. As Nick Castellanos comes around to score on that ground out from Brandon Marsh. So Brandon Marsh does his job, productive out. Hits it to the right side. Castellanos in to make it 3-0. You saw Bryson Stott taking off too on that pitch. Well, Kirby Yates just came in to give the Phillies some extra runs here in the bottom of the 7th. Not an effective outing for Kirby Yates. Ay caray, 3-0 Phillies with 2 outs. Pitching change at Citizens Park Bank. Ay caray. Yeah, very disappointing outing for Kirby Yates there. In a tight game, in what's been a tie game all game long, Kirby Yates right away gives up extra runs to the Phillies to really give them a nice lead. 3-0. Right there in the bottom of the 7th. El Otro Saint, Yates sucks. Who hired that guy? Says El Otro Saint. Yeah, definitely he was not efficient at all. Not efficient, but he was just, they just call it what it is. He was just bad from the jump. And it started with the first hitter. He walked him on 4 pitches right away. Had issues finding the strike zone, and that kind of was a sign of things to come for Kirby Yates right there in the bottom of the 7th, man. So he ends up giving up 2 runs. And the Phillies ain't over. The inning ain't over for the Phillies just yet. Kyle Schwarber will be the hitter. I got to think. Kirby Yates, Luis Garcia. All right, you got Kyle Schwarber. If I'm correct, I think he's a straight-up left-handed hitter. Is Kyle Schwarber a switch hitter? I mean, with the amount of left-handed hitters that the Dodgers have, they're going with Luis Garcia. I mean, the Dodgers got Alex Vesia. They got Jack Dreyer, Anthony Banda, Tanner Scott. They got 4 lefties to try to go up against Kyle Schwarber, who will be coming up next for the Phillies. But Dave Roberts goes with Luis Garcia, the right-hander, to come in and relieve Kirby Yates. Very interesting move there. So 3-0 Phillies. Okay. So they ended up walking the left-hander Kyle Schwarber. Understood. Okay. And they'll take their chances with the right-hander Trey Turner. Okay, I understand. Dave Roberts like, I'm not even facing the left-hander Kyle Schwarber. We'll give him first base. So runners at second and first with 2 outs for Trey Turner going up against Luis Garcia, new pitcher now for the Dodgers. First pitch upstairs to Trey Turner, ball 1. 3-0 Phillies here in the bottom of the 7th. Phillies already with 2 runs here in the inning. 1-0 pitch from Garcia. That one catches the outside corner. Count goes even to Turner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Stott at second. Schwarber at first. 1-1 pitch from Garcia. That one catches the outside corner. Garcia gets ahead. 1 ball, 2 strikes. El Otro Saint, I've seen more strikes at the Federal Building. Damn. El Otro Saint, switch hitter? I don't want to get into his personal life. Ay, caray. Catch El Otro Saint all day tonight. He'll be here all night. That ball gets away. Runners advance for the Phillies. Runners at third and second now with 2 outs. Ay, caray. What happened there, Will Smith? Let's see. It's a breaking pitch. And, oh, man, Will Smith, you got to get on your knees, brother. I'm sorry, but you got to get on your knees. As that ball goes right through the wickets. Runners at third and second, 2 outs. 2 on. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs to Trey Turner. It's a breaking pitch in the dirt. Nice block right there by Will Smith. Count's going to go full to Trey Turner. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Be nonstop, no effort. El Otro Saint, ya valió. Third window. Ay, caray. Garcia's payoff pitch to Trey Turner. Coming up. Trey Turner's going to get caught looking. Puro peeping Tom. And Luis Garcia stops the bleeding for the Dodgers in the bottom of the 7th. The Phillies get 2 runs to make it 3-0. As we go to the top of the 8th. Phillies on top. Oh, yeah, peeping Tom. Puro peeping Tom. Trey Turner, hold up. Yeah, we can't let Trey Turner off the hook, man. He got caught looking. Puro peeping Tom. All right, man. Dodgers are now chasing 3 as we go to the top of the 8th. So 6 more outs to work with for the Dodgers in this game. Coming up for the Dodgers. Michael Conforto, Miguel Rojas, Andy Paez, 7, 8, 9 hitters for the Dodgers coming up as the Dodgers are chasing 3. Ay, caray. Be nonstop. Pura mimosas in Pomona tomorrow morning, says Be Nonstop. Be Nonstop will be in Pomona. All right, I'm keeping an eye out to see who the Philadelphia Phillies are going to have coming out of their bullpen. And let's hope this Dodger offense is able to get to that bullpen because they were not able to get to the starter, Jesus Luzardo, who had him in check all night. Rob Thompson might be like, you know what, dude, I'm going with the hot hand here. No word yet on game day. Don't tell me Luzardo's still in the game. Holy shoot. No, it's going to be Matt Strahm. Matt Strahm will be coming into relief for the Phillies. In the top of the 8th, Matt Strahm will be coming in to relieve Jesus Luzardo. Matt Strahm will be the new pitcher for the Phils. With the Phillies up 3-0. Matt Strahm, left-handed pitcher, will be on the bump for the Phillies. We'll see if Dave Roberts goes to the bench for left-hander Michael Conforto. He let him hit against Luzardo. He started. I got to think Dave Roberts is going to keep Conforto, though. We'll see. Top of the 8th we go. 3-0 Phillies. Matt Strahm, new pitcher for the Phillies. Going up against the 7, 8, 9 hitter of the Dodgers, Conforto, Rojas, and Paez. Matt Strahm, lefty-lefty matchup. First pitch to Conforto in there for strike 1. Michael Conforto 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a flyout tonight. Both those at-bats were against Jesus Luzardo. Here he is against the left-hander, Matt Strahm. Check swing. Back to the box. Matt Strahm with the put out at first. And that'll be the first out in the top of the 8th. So Michael Conforto grounds out. See the comeback wins this season. Dodgers with 6. The Phillies got 3. So 6 of the 8 wins by the Dodgers have come back or have been in comeback fashion. Here's Miggy Rowe. Miggy Rowe for the Dodgers 0 for 2. Looks at strike 1 for Matt Strahm, who's throwing strikes for the Phillies tonight. Being on stop is watching Friday after next. 0-1 pitch. That one's popped up. Foul. And Miggy Rowe in the hole against Matt Strahm. No balls, 2 strikes. 9th hitter for the Dodgers, Andy Pages on deck. So best start for the Dodgers. Best start for defending World Series champion. The Dodgers beat the Yankees' 1933 record. Yankees were 7-0. Dodgers are now 8-0. Best start from a defending champion. Well, the undefeated streak is in limbo here, as the Phillies have a 3-0 lead in the top of the 8th. Count remains no balls, 2 strikes after that foul ball from Miggy Rowe. Paez on deck for the Dodgers. 0-2 pitch. Miguel Rojas with a line drive base hit to left field. 1 out single for the Dodgers here in the top of the 8th. Miggy Rowe is on. Andy Pages will be the hitter, with Shohei Ohtani on deck. Nice pitch recognition by Miguel Rojas as he takes that breaking pitch in the through the 5-6 hole. He's at first with 1 out. Here's Pages. Takes a pitch outside from Strahm. Ball 1. And again, Shohei Ohtani on deck. Andy Pages tonight 0 for 1 with a walk. Strahm from the stretch. 1-0 pitch. The right-hander, Andy Pages, swings and misses on a pitch upstairs. Count goes even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch was way upstairs, and Pages went after it. Comes up empty. Matt Strahm looking for another baseball. 1 ball, 1 strike to count to Andy Pages. Pitch is low and inside. Matt Strahm falls behind. 2 balls, 1 strike. 3-0 Phillies here in the top of the 8th. There's Hunter Fiducia. Just got called up after Freddie Freeman was put in the IL. Pitch upstairs from Matt Strahm to Pages. Matt Strahm falls behind. 3 balls, 1 strike to count. And there you see Shohei Ohtani waiting his turn on deck for the Dodgers. Strahm's 3-1 pitch. And Pages pops this one behind home plate. Count's going to go full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Once upon a time in Hollywood, Dodgers' recent success. See the 12 straight postseason appearances. 14 straight winning seasons. Have won 11 of the last 12 NL West titles. I'm telling you, man, we're living through the Dodger golden years. And Andy Pages looks at strike 3. Puro peeping Tom. Ay, caray. That'll be the 2nd out here in the top of the 8th. Shohei Ohtani will be coming up with Miguel Rojas at first. Mookie Betts on deck. Shohei Ohtani 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a strikeout. Pitch in the dirt. No advancement from Miggy Rowe. He stays put at first. Ball 1 to Shohei. That was just a big strikeout right there by Matt Strom to get Andy Baez looking for the second out. So even a big fly here from Shohei Ohtani. Phillies will still have the lead by 1. There's a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to count to Ohtani. So again, Ohtani, one of 12 players with three or more MVPs. 1-1 pitch in the dirt. 2 balls, 1 strike. Matt Strom not trying to give anything good to hit for Ohtani. He's going way outside with pitches in the dirt. 40-plus home runs and 40-plus stolen bases. There you see the 6 players. Canseco, Barry Bonds, Rodriguez. The dark horse right there, Alfonso Soriano, Acuna Jr., and Ohtani. 2-1 pitch. There is a base hit to right field. Miggy Rowe will get to third on Ohtani's 2-out single. And the Dodgers will get the tying run to the plate, and Mookie Betts with 2 outs here in the top of the 8th. Third window, yay! Be nonstop, let's go. So the Dodgers are able to get the tying run up to the plate with 2 outs after that. 2-out single by Shohei Ohtani to right field. Dodgers with runners on the corners. Right past Bryce Harper. Miggy Rowe keeps chugging it to third. And we'll see if Rob Thompson and the Phillies go to the bullpen with the right-handed hitter, Mookie Betts, coming up. And sure enough, they will. Matt Strom out. New pitcher in for the Phillies with 2 outs. Runners on the corners. Mookie Betts will be the hitter. Pitching change at Citizen Bank Park. Hold up. Hold up. All right, man. So this is a big chance here for the Dodgers. They have the tying run up in Mookie Betts. And let's find out who that pitcher is, who the Phillies just called in. Pitcher will be Jose Ruiz. Jose Ruiz, right-handed pitcher for the Phillies, will be going up against Mookie Betts with runners on the corners and 2 down in the top of the 8th. Dodgers just need to at least cash in 1 run at the very least to give themselves a fighting chance in the 9th. But man, big opportunity for the Dodgers coming up. 2 on, 2 outs. Untold Lie. Hold up, wait. The Untold Lie is in the house. Come on, Doyers. Let's go, Doyers. Doyers with a big opportunity here coming up. I mean, I gotta say, man, I want to see at least 1 run. I mean, of course, you could try to be greedy and be like, hey, let's just tie it up. But I'll be happy with 1 run. You don't want to leave them stranded with runners on at third. You know what I'm saying? That's my whole thing. It's like, at least get 1 and give yourself a fighting chance in the last inning. Yeah, the Untold Lie. At least it won't be a shutout. Exactly. But if you get 1 here in the 9th, all you have to do is get a runner on. Oh, here we go. Jose Ruiz versus Mookie Betts. First pitch upstairs, ball 1. Dodgers with runners on the corners, 2 outs. 3-0 Phillies, top of the 8th. Ruiz in his 3rd game for the Phillies. 1-0 pitch to Mookie Betts. That one is in there for strike 1. Even count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Mookie Betts for the Dodgers tonight, 0 for 3. 2 groundouts and a strikeout. He has runners on the corners. Miggy Rowe at third. Shohei Ohtani at first. 1-1 pitch. Shohei Ohtani out to the races. Shohei Ohtani is going to get thrown out. JT Realmuto with a big throw out of Shohei Ohtani, who was trying to steal, and he gets caught. What a play by the Phillies. Oh, man, do the Dodgers want to look at this one again? Hold up. Was that tag on time? Was it? Was it? Oh, my gosh, that was close, but I think that will be upheld. I mean, if you're the Dodgers, maybe you want to take a look at it just you never know. Nope. The Dodgers are not going to look at it. Wow, what a turn of events. I mean, I get it, Shohei. I definitely get it. But at the same time, give Mookie Betts a chance. That's the second time that happens. With Mookie Betts up to bat, Andy Pages got caught stealing. That's when the Dodgers were only chasing one. That's when they were only down by one. And here with Mookie Betts as a tying run, Shohei Ohtani gets thrown out at second. So as of right now, it seems like the Dodger base running is coming back to bite him in the butt. Ay, caray. Yeah, he got him being nonstop. You're right about that. Perpages, ay, caray. It looked safe for a second, but no. On the second look, it looked like he did. It looked like Bryson Stott, the second baseman, did touch Shohei Ohtani in time. Espiritu, that throw was perfect. It took a perfect throw to get him, and JT Realmuto delivered a perfect throw out to second to get the Phillies out of the jam. What a play by JT Realmuto. That was huge. And right now, we got to say, man, the Phillies are making the plays over the Dodgers. Ay, caray. So we're going to the bottom of the eighth. The Dodgers end up getting no runs. They had runners on the corners with 2 outs, and Mookie Betts has a tying run. And for the second time in this game, the Dodgers run themselves out of the inning. And you got to credit JT Realmuto making the plays. The Dodgers are challenging them, and JT Realmuto is making the plays for the Phillies. I mean, it was a good slide by Shohei Ohtani on the outside of the bag, away from the tag. But Bryson Stott still applied the tag in time. So bottom of the eighth we go, 3-0 Phillies. Luis Garcia still on the bump for the Dodgers, going up against Bryce Harper. It'll be Bryce Harper, Alec Bohm, Max Kepler coming up. Grounder to the right side. Nice play by Kike Hernandez. And that'll be 3 unassisted if you're keeping score at home. That's how close it was. Yeah, right there. He did touch the, looked like the ankle. The knee. The kneecap of Shohei Ohtani just in time. And JT Realmuto all fired up as he should be. What a throw to get Ohtani. 1 out here in the bottom of the eighth. Alec Bohm, the hitter against Luis Garcia. Alec Bohm, first pitch swinging. Line drive, nice play. Nice sliding catch by Teoscar Hernandez out in right. And that'll be the second out in the bottom of the eighth. So 2 kick outs for Luis Garcia and the Dodgers. As Alec Bohm flies out on a line drive to Teoscar Hernandez, who makes a nice sliding catch. 2 outs. Max Kepler will be the hitter. First pitch to the left-hander, Max Kepler. Grounder to the right side. Kike Hernandez takes care of himself. Freddie who? Kike Hernandez. Nice play at first. 1, 2, 3, go the Phillies. Last chance for the Dodgers. All right, coming up for the Dodgers. We will see, again, Mookie Betts was the hitter when Shohei Ohtani got thrown out at second. So it's going to be Mookie Betts, Tommy Edman, Teoscar Hernandez. If anybody gets on, we'll see Will Smith. Dodgers are chasing 3 as we go to the top of the 9th. Happy wife with the check-in. Happy wife. Happy Friday, amiga. Thank you so much for being here. Happy wife was calling it safe. Happy wife. I don't think that play gets overturned, even if the Dodgers challenge it. Unfortunately, looked like the tag was in time. The shin, they tagged the shin. Be not. Yeah, he might have tagged the shin before the kneecap. You might be right. Be non-stop. Hey, Dodgers chasing 3. Remember, what is it? 6 of the 8 Dodger wins this season have been from comeback fashion. So can the Dodgers do it again? I'm keeping an eye out here on game to see who are the Phillies going to have out. Oh, they're going to have Jordan Romano. Jordan Romano will be the new pitcher, former Toronto Blue Jay closer. Jordan Romano will be asked to come out and close it out for the Phillies. In the top of the 9th, he'll be going up against Mookie Betts, Tommy Edman, and Teoscar Hernandez, with the Phillies up 3. Puro shin music, Espiritu. Well, Dodgers are going to need runners to put some pressure on Jordan Romano. They need to get base runners on any way they can. Ay, caray. Top of the 9th we go. 3-0 Phillies. Here in the top of the 9th, Jordan Romano will be asked to close it out for the Phillies. Romano this season, 3 games. Oh, he does have a blown save. Hold up. Here's Mookie Betts. Taking all the way. Pitch upstairs to Mookie. Ball 1 from Romano. 3-0 Phillies, top of the 9th. Last chance for the Dodgers. Mookie Betts, 0 for 3. 2 groundouts and a strikeout. 1-0 pitch. Breaking pitch. Up and in. 2 balls, no strikes. Mookie Betts taking on all the way. Romano catches the corner inside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Tommy Edman on deck. Dodgers chasing 3 here in the top of the 9th. Jordan Romano from the stretch. 2-1 pitch to Mookie Betts. Breaking pitch outside. 3 balls, 1 strike. Dodgers do need base runners here to give themselves a chance. Happy wife, our lucky charm. Happy wife thinks Cortez is coming in. Pitch inside, ball 4. And Mookie Betts leads off the inning with a leadoff walk. Runner at first. Nobody out for the Dodgers. Tommy Edman coming up. Be nonstop on his second beer. Here we go, be nonstop. Here's Tommy Edman hitting from the left side against the right-hander Jordan Romano. First pitch to Edman. Upstairs. Mookie Betts took off on that one. I'm not sure if they're going to give Mookie Betts a defensive indifference. Nope, they're going to give him a stolen base. First stolen base of the season for Mookie Betts. Pitch upstairs. Called a strike. Romano evens up the count against Tommy Edman. 1 ball, 1 strike. You looked at that pitch again. Ay caray, just a bit upstairs, but it was called a strike. Teoscar Hernandez on deck. Tommy Edman tonight, 0 for 3. For the Dodgers, JT Realmuto getting his hand looked at from the Philadelphia trainer. Not sure if he's bleeding or something, but he's been making the plays from the catching position for the Phillies all night. has thrown out 2 Dodger runners throughout Baez and throughout Shohei Ohtani in the last inning. Happy wife. Mean delay on my TV. Are you ahead of us or you're in back of us, happy wife? Not sure if it's a blister or something from JT Realmuto, the catcher for the Phillies. Might be a blister. Looks like they're using the glue to try to close that blister up. Try to shut it down. So definitely a blister developing on the hand of JT Realmuto. Happy wife, behind me. Get behind me, happy wife. Wasn't that from, what was that from? From Born in East LA? Oh, don't lick it, bro. Don't lick that glue. Your mouth's going to get shut. All right, 1 ball, 1 strike. Looks like all is well with the catcher, JT Realmuto of the Phillies. Mookie Betts is at second. Tommy Edman is the hitter. Looks like JT Realmuto will get some catches in from Jordan Romano. All is good. So Tommy Edman steps back into the box. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. 3-0 Phillies here in the top of the 9th. Romano from the stretch is 1-1 pitch to Tommy Edman. Tommy Edman gives this one a drive to right. This one's going deep. This one is gone. Tommy Tanks has got the Dodgers within 1 here in the top of the 9th. 3-2 Phillies. Hold up. Tommy Edman delivers his 5th home run of the season for the Dodgers. And the Dodgers within 1 here in the top of the 9th. Nobody out. Teoscar Hernandez will be the hitter. Umpire said, hold up. Another look at Tommy Edman's 2-run shot. Looked like a breaking pitch that didn't break from Romano. Edman handles it over the right field wall for that 2-run shot. Here's Theo. First pitch inside, ball 1. I wasn't sure if that ball was going to go the way the ball's been flying. I was not sure, but that one did indeed go over the right field wall for Tommy Edman as that pitch goes inside Teoscar Hernandez. Look out. 2 balls, no strikes to count to Team Theo. Nobody throwing in the Philly bullpen just yet. 2-0 pitch. Breaking pitch catches the inside corner. 2 balls, 1 strike. Will Smith on deck for the Dodgers. 2-1 pitch from Romano. Breaking pitch. Gets that swing and miss from Hernandez. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Teo's going to call a timeout. Happy wife. Oh, yeah. Me no delay. You're right about that, amiga. All good. And Teoscar Hernandez on a pitch low, strikes out. That'll be the first out here in the top of the 9th. Romano with the punch out. Will Smith will be the hitter. That pitch definitely not a strike. Pitch was super low. Teo went after and came up empty. 1 down. First pitch to Will Smith outside from Romano. Ball 1. Will Smith 0 for 2 tonight with a walk. Jam shot fouled back. 1 ball, 1 strike to count to Will Smith. Kike Hernandez on deck. Max Muncy, hold up. Max Muncy's out there. Looks like he'll be hitting for Kike. 1-1 pitch. Outside to Will Smith. Will Smith gets ahead of the count. 2 balls, 1 strike. And again, Romano going outside, but he's missing. 3 balls, 1 strike to Will Smith. Romano's 3-1 pitch. Outside, ball 4. And the Dodgers got their tying run at first. Max Muncy will be the hitter for the Dodgers. Pitch just missed outside. Pitching coach going out there to have a talk with Romano, with Max Muncy coming up. Dodgers with a runner at first. That will be the tying run in Will Smith. There is 1 out in the inning. And Max Muncy will come in to pinch hit for Kike Hernandez. Remember, back home, Max Muncy had a big hit in that game against the Braves on Wednesday. I believe that was the 8th inning where Max Muncy delivered a 2 RBI base hit against the Braves to tie that game up. Chris Taylor will come in to pinch run for Will Smith. So pinch runner CT3 is now the tying run. 1 out in the inning. Max Muncy the hitter against Jordan Romano. Left-handed hitter, Max Muncy up. A look at CT3, back to the bag. Remember, Dodgers already with 2 runners who have been caught stealing already in very big moments in this game. Romano from the stretch. First pitch coming up to Max Muncy. Max Muncy taking all the way. Pitch inside, called a strike. Max Muncy's like, how is that a strike? I don't know if Max Muncy was thinking pitch violation. I don't know what Max Muncy was thinking. Maybe a pitch violation? Nevertheless, strike 1 to Max. Breaking pitch. Good take by Muncy. Ball 1. 3-2 Phillies here in the top of the 9th. 1 out in the inning. CT3 out first. 1-1 pitch. Romano to Max Muncy coming up. Max Muncy on a breaking pitch fouls it off. Romano gets ahead of the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Philly fans to their feet at Citizens Bank Park. Romano's 1-2 pitch to Max Muncy. Muncy on a pitch upstairs, and they're going to get, CT3 will be called safe, but Max Muncy strikes out. 2 down here in the inning. Rob Thompson wants to look at this one. Hold up. Will this be the 3rd runner to get thrown out? As CT3 takes 2nd. As of right now, he was called safe. Phillies want to look at this one again. Will this play be overturned? Max Muncy ends up striking out. Michael Conforto waiting his turn on deck. JT Realmuto. The Dodgers have challenged them on the bases, and JT Realmuto has been successful in throwing out those Dodger runners. And we'll see what they call this one. Plays under review. The play was called safe. If the play stands, the Dodgers will have the tying run in scoring position in CT3 with 2 outs and Michael Conforto the hitter. If the play is overturned, the game is over and the Phillies win. It was close. But it's now up to the interpretation of the officials in New York. And they will call him out. Game over. Phillies win. JT Realmuto shuts it down for the Phillies here in the top of the ninth. 3-2 the final as the Phillies give the Dodgers their first loss of the season. Cole overturned. And the Phillies win it. Winning pitcher for the Phillies, Jesus Luzardo. The losing pitcher, Yoshinobu Yamamoto. The save goes to Jordan Romano. And the MVP's got to be JT Realmuto. As the call is overturned, inning over, game over. And the Phillies hold on, and they win 3-2. Call overturned. As CT3, Shohei Ohtani, Andy Paez are all thrown out in pivotal points in this game. Goodness. Got to tip your hat to the Phillies, man. They made all the plays you needed to play, they made all the plays you needed to make. And JT Realmuto and the Phillies did just that. Well, we'll be back tomorrow. Dodgers Phillies for game 2. Roki Sasaki on the bump in Philadelphia. Thank you guys so much for being a part of Chin Music Baseball Podcast. Episode 19. Dodgers made it interesting in the top of the ninth, but the Phillies hold on to win it by 1. 3-2 the final. 3 runs, 5 hits. No errors for the Phillies. 2 runs, 5 hits. 1 costly error for the Dodgers. And the Phillies hold on to win 3-2. Man. Well, I did say, man, the game definitely had playoff vibes. And, man. And that play does come back to haunt Yoshinobu Yamamoto, that error, that throwing error that allowed Trey Turner to score on that stolen base at second. Ball got away at third. And Trey Turner came around to score. And then Andy Paez, Shohei Ohtani, and Chris Taylor all get thrown out in very important points in the game. JT Realmuto, the MVP, no doubt. Dodgers lose their first game of the season. First game in Philadelphia. Game 2 tomorrow. Be on the lookout for Chin Music and Baseball Podcast. Roki Sasaki on the bump. Redemption Roki. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Everybody, thank you so much for joining me. This was Chin Music and Baseball Podcast, episode 19. As we are looking for somebody to rate. Oh, I found somebody. I mean, of course, it's funny to say, oh, will the Dodgers go 160? Of course, they're not going to go 162-0. This is baseball. This is baseball. This is a 162 game season. This is where you go peaks and valleys, and it depends on who is able to get themselves out of those valleys, and who survives those valleys and gets himself into the playoffs. And then, like I said, once you're in the playoffs, anything could happen. Nevertheless, credit the Dodgers for getting even close, remotely close, because for the most part, that offense was completely shut down. Completely shut down. Also, credit Jesus Luzardo. Incredible pitching performance. Great pitching performance from the left-hander for the Phillies. Jesus Luzardo had, what do you have? 8 punch-outs. Had 8 strikeouts in, 7 innings of work? Yeah, man, he did his thing as well. JT Realmuto, and timely hitting for the Philadelphia Phillies as they take game 1 of the 3-game series out there in Philadelphia, Citizens Bank Park. All right, guys, as I look for somebody to rate here, which I think I did find somebody, everybody, have a great Friday, and hopefully you guys could join me on the next episode of Chin Music. Thank you guys so much. Shout out to Third Window, Happy Wife, Purpad Jess, Nat Loves Musica, Espiritu, Beat Nonstop. I think El Otro Saint was here. Roger Doza as well. The Untold Lie popped in and say hello. Appreciate that. Everybody who was hanging out with us. Baked Gizmo was here. Ken Mas was here. Espiritu was here as well. E-Dog was holding down the chat. just want to say thank you guys, and again, thank you again for making us an affiliate here on Chin Music on the Twitch channel. Really do appreciate you guys. Scott Burke was also here calling for me to open up baseball cards. DJ McFly made it in. Benny Mendoza made it in as well. And yeah, shout out to DJ Access who also said hello. DJ Edub popped in for a bit as well. Thank you guys so much, man. But man, trust me, we could go back and talk about what coulda, shoulda, woulda happened, but it didn't. You know what I'm saying? The Dodgers, I give them credit, man, for being risky, especially on the road out there and going heads up against JT Realmuto and challenging him to make a play. Unfortunately for the Dodgers, JT Realmuto made all the plays, and he ends up throwing out 3 base runners in opportune moments for the Dodgers. Nevertheless, very surprised the Dodgers made it a 1-run game. Tommy Tanks keeps swinging for the fences, flexing that power, got the Dodgers within 1. Dodgers looked like for a second could somehow, with nobody out and down by 1, look for a second there in the top of the 9th that we were in line to see maybe a comeback. But no, that was not to be. A JT Realmuto threw out his 3rd runner of the game in an opportune time to finish off the game after that overturned call. Phillies win it 3-2. Stick around for the raid. Chin Music. Hang on, guys. This is going to be a long season, guys, but Dodgers obviously off to a great start nevertheless. If you're on Apple TV, enjoy. What is it called? Fight for Glory. Good night, everybody.